So is everybody ready again?
Right, I think Dale want to go get super noodles, but
That's
since
fine, yeah.
he's sleeping,
Who?
Dale,
He's sleeping?
he's having a short rest.
Oh. What, in real life?
No, in game.
Oh.
I thought
Okay.
you were saying about all the artifacts and whatnot that line the hall. You ended at skin tight, if that helps.
Yeah. So, whereas like the clothing section has like completely different clothing to what you have like now. It's all skin tight and weirdly looks weirdly uncomfortable, as opposed to what you wear now, which is like
sexy.
well made leather and like armor.
Okay.
There's also a section for like technology, where you have like a small device that like fits in, that would look like it fits in your hand, and it like glows and also has like it glows and like vibrates every now and then.
Giggy. Sorry.
But yeah, that's the majority of like the stuff.
Alright, are we good to continue?
Look at. Could I? What would it be? Perceptual investigation around like the clothing and armor, because I'd like to see if I can anything good there.
Sure.
Or eyeing up. I mean, no. Honest, no. I am good. Shh. What would it be? Perception or investigation, or
What, for something that you find interesting, or
just something that seems like it's got like magical properties or whatnot.
perception. If you want to know if it's got magical properties, that would be Arcana.
Okay, I'll just do perception because I'm on -1 on Arcana. So I'm
Perception to find the thing, and then Arcana to check if it has magic.
Okay.
You don't find anything particularly like eye-catching. A lot of it is like very almost like mundane things. Like one's kind of like a box that has like a glass front for some reason, and like you look inside, but it's just pitch black.
Okay. So then I can't see if any of the armor or clothes have like magic. Then.
No, none of the clothing section has anything like intriguing about it. It just looks weird.
I know, but what's weird is usually the stuff that has cool shit on.
For you, it just looks like it would be uncomfortable to wear and probably not very protective.
I see that his character. Oh, okay, you're doing Arcana. Okay.
I'm bored. I want to roll dice.
Yeah. From your Arcana, you can't really see anything like particularly magical. The box that you saw earlier with the glass front does seem like it has some sort of intriguing elements about it.
How is it closed?
It doesn't have any openings from what you can see.
Should I roll perception? Would it be?
Sure.
I want magical shit. I mean, no. Shit.
Yeah, you see no way of opening it or like.
Was that a perception?
Yeah.
No.
I saw how he looked quite puzzled and looking around almost like aimlessly. So I asked him what he was looking for,
I'm just trying to find.
and I couldn't find it either.
Yeah.
Go.
Neither of you two notice anything particularly magical about these things.
I don't even know if I noticed there was a ceiling.
It's not
In
that
that
low.
case, I just go to the office of Simon Wright and just knock on the door.
Okay. You wander
Rory,
on
what are you
over
doing? Case in the joint?
Oh, of course, you've got to see if there's anything magical that may help.
No, I was asking what Rory's doing.
Oh.
Okay. Rory, what are you doing?
Find something good for me, Rory. I love you.
JJ confesses love for Rory. Roll perception. Roll intimidation.
There used to be a roll seduction.
Would that be performance?
That depends on how big you are.
Oh.
I'll do an investigation roll. See if I can spot anything peculiar.
Okay.
join us in the shit roll club. Yay!
Everything is
fuck.
peculiar to you. You have no idea, like,
What,
to
even your
you
hands?
and your you and to your uneducated mind, you kind of notice everything as it being, you know, astounding. All of this looks, you know, completely out of this world to you.
Okay.
So you're just going around. What is this? It's just a pencil.
What's this?
What is this?
What's
It's
this?
the rubber.
It's
You're looking in the
something-
gift shop, of course. What's
What is this? That's your hand, Rory.
What is this? That's a person serving people at the fucking gift shop. Get out of there. You're meant to be in the museum. What is this? Fuck's sake.
That's the bathroom.
What is this magical piece of art? That's the light switch, sir. Can I buy it? No,
I
I
want
needed to turn the
all of
light
your-
on.
I want all of your exit signs.
They glow.
So yeah, what else
Alright,
do
so
you
me and
wanna do?
JJ walk into Mr. Wright's
A
place.
bar, and so
No.
A sirloin and Benetton walk into a bar.
Thought one of them would have seen it.
Donk.
I ducked.
You don't even need to.
Oh!
Rude. That's how low the bar was. They actually all just bashed their knob on it.
Oh, oh. Ah.
So yeah, you walk up to the door and it's like, the like glass on the door is kind of like fogged up sort of thing. You know, when they have like fogged glass.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like written on it is just Simon Wright, head archaeologist, sort of like written underneath.
Okay. Then I'd like to knock on the door. Okay, sir.
1 second. You knock on the door, and at first there's like nothing, and then you start hearing like scrabbling of like paper and like equipment. So it's like sort of thing.
He's under attack from stationary. Quick!
And he's just like, just a moment, and ends up running up to the door and like opening it, and there's like a little bolt on the door, and he's just like, yes, hello.
Hello. We're currently investigating the crater, and we've found out that you've wrote a lot of books on it, and we were wondering if you have any information.
Before you can even finish your sentence, he's just like, oh, the crater, yes, I've written many books. Yes. What do you want to know?
Calm down, right?
Yeah, it's just a commercial.
Tell us what you know.
Sorry. I was in the middle of me research, and it gets me flustered. I've never been quite right after some of my adventures over to the
Never been
crater.
quite right.
He like undoes the bolt and opens the door, and you see the room is like an absolute mess. There's like paperwork everywhere. His desk is like all in shambles.
I like this guy.
Just come in and take a chair, and you look around. There's no actual chairs.
Yay.
I noticed that he has a chair, so I just sit down in his.
He goes to like go and take a seat, but you beat him to it, and he's just like, "Oh yes. Sorry. I should be a better host." Oh Jesus!
Fucking Dragon Ball.
Where's my work? And he starts like flicking through the papers, like on the desk at first, and then through the, like,
Alden.
and
He's warping through time.
Alden, get in here, please.
Guess so.
but yeah, he like
Get on your hands and knees so you can sit down. I'm kidding.
Oh god.
he scrambles through the paper on the desk, and then also some on the floor, and then like goes, yes, this one, yes, what did you want?
We're just wanting any information pertaining to the crater.
Oh yes, the crater, yes, yes, let me look through these
The
the stuff.
time that James's mum sat down. What? Who said that?
He like flicks through the paper and like brushes off like crumbs, and kind of like wants to wipe off like the stains from like coffee and things, but obviously it's not coming off. And goes, Yes, I've done lots of research on the crater. I've been there several times, you know. Yes, that's what I've written my books on.
Wait, you've been there?
Well, not directly in the crater. That would be ridiculously too dangerous. Yes, God, my mind. It's not quite right after the last time I went. I went close to the crater. You see, some people who interact with it. Some of my crew, in fact, didn't come back quite right. Yes, and he starts like staring into the ceiling and like then darts back to like looking at you.
Benetton, do you have any spell that could calm this fool down?
Give me a second. I got, let's see, heroism, which only imbues him with bravery, or minor illusion. So no. But,
Can I do a perception check to see if there's any sort of like coffee machine or anything that we could give this?
Coffee! You want to give a man coffee to calm down?
Hey, with an intelligence of 13, yes I do. Right.
13 is quite high though, isn't it? It's not like
plus
low.
one.
it's okay.
It's above average.
Alright, fine. Whiskey or something.
Roll at them.
I am, I'm just looking at my perception.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, good.
Yeah, you notice he has like a pot of tablets on his desk. And they're not like modern day ones where it has like a proper description of what it is. It's just got the name written on it, and it's like calms.
I pick him up and hand them to him and say, just take one of these, and then talk to us.
He
Takes one, knocks himself out.
he like snatches them out of your hand. It's just like, oh yes, I forgot to take my pills. Oh yes, yeah. You see, ever since I came back, I needed to start to take these to calm the nerves, as it were. And like he like pops it open and tries to look for like a cup and just kind of grabs like whatever's this like half drink they has. And then just like pops like two of them and then drinks it down. It's just like, yes. And he kind of like starts to like relax a little bit.
I'm sorry, I'm back. I had to
Ew.
watch a load of
His
stuff up.
personality's back. Oh shit,
Okay.
wrong person.
Why are you upside down, JJ?
No reason.
So yeah, now that he's taken his pills and calmed down, what do you want to do?
I would like to inquire more about his findings in the crater. Well, around the crater. Just
Oh,
like
yeah.
broad.
He he goes, yes, my adventures to the crater have yielded some interesting insight into the past and also the future of what this land is.
The future? I inquire.
Yes, like the potentials of what the environment it provides us and what we can do to maybe fix this damage that it's caused. Yes, from some of my research, I was able to see the potential in maybe even exposing people to it to cure them to some degree of some of their afflictions.
He sounds like he's too far gone. Let me put him down.
Yeah.
I look at him and then
Culling.
I look at him and almost as if I weren't listening properly, I just say, so you want a crew to go down closer to it and gather samples?
He kind of like looks at you inquisitively, as like because obviously there was no mention of it.
Yeah.
But, he goes, well, obviously since my last crew, let's say, didn't exactly return in one piece, it would be handy to find more gallant people to try and help me dig some of the sites around the area.
Wow.
We'd be happy to go and investigate for you.
For a price, of course.
Oh,
Nothing's free in this world, I'm sure you know.
of course, and it'd be well worth your time, especially with the amount of income we get from Serena and her interest in some of the historical findings that we have. This very museum was built on an old one and refurbished thanks to her.
Some dodgy shit's going on.
You dare call my lover dodgy?
I lean across and shake his hand and say, we will do that then, but we will need the coordinates and directions to the crater.
Oh, of course.
Or at least nearby.
I'll take you there myself. I will need to be the one to do the archaeological things. You'll be there to protect me and maybe be some extra muscle.
Okay, well in that case, 2 days be it be, meet at the main gate.
2 days? Any reason in particular?
We need to prepare our equipment.
Yes. It's always good to be well prepared before you go to, well, those areas. Obviously, I wasn't as well prepared as I thought the last time.
Yes. And right, don't forget
Left.
your pills.
Of course. My brain gets a bit scattered as I get to my work.
No, I leave. Jodo, you can talk to him if you want, but I leave on that.
I inquire about some of the artifacts he has in the museum.
And yeah, he perks up like almost unaffected by the pills. Not jittery, but more like enthused sort of thing.
Okay.
And he's just like, you a aspiring archaeologist, are you?
I'd like to dabble a little bit.
Well, yes. The secrets that some of these contraptions and artifacts that we find are very telling of what the past used to hold. Even the city itself is a great landmark of its history. The walls are built from the very foundation of the original cities that used to be here. The ones that the artifacts that we house here are actually ones that I found on my my expeditions to the crater, or at least nearby. Some say it used to be the housing of the great city of London.
Can I see if I can persuade him to let me have a closer look at some of the artifacts?
Sure, roll persuasion.
I mean, a close look. And by that I mean just staring at it going,
He looks at you with like a glance, obviously almost catching on to what the type of archaeology you're talking about, and kind of goes, not so much. These need to be housed here, and it needs to be in a museum. If anybody gets. But yeah, like he just says like, no, but if you want to find out more about them, I would gladly show you around.
Go to our website at www.
We
Hell's
need the
Palace.
internet.com. Oh wait, no. Yeah,
I bet London had the internet.
it would be we need internet.nol.
Oh,
Oh, nod, sorry.
Is it possible to have my character just like
Hi,
walk
Jorvis.
around the museum while they actually do some proper shit? So just like in the background.
Oh yeah. So essentially, he'll just like walk you around the place.
Cool.
So what does everybody else want to do?
Well, I walk towards Jorvis at the
How much time
entrance.
passed during that and James's travel towards me?
Well,
It's been
The
like half an
conversation
hour.
probably went on for, yeah, and then it's probably another 20-minute walk.
Because I got, well, actually DC'd, I done my roll, which more than replenished my health.
Right.
I was assuming my, that was going to be a shit roll and I was going to short rest. But while there, I was, can I drown my sorrows, buy myself a drink?
Sure.
And now I come in the bar and
Yeah.
say,
How much
Jervis,
is-
I think
and-
you owe
and
me a
every-
drink.
How much is a drink there?
Like some of the drinks are like either really like the common ones, like a pint of like bitter and stuff like that, and then some of them are like the really intricate sort of like wines and finery that would be found in like the higher sections of society.
I'd just buy a classic bitter for
Yeah.
everyone in the pub.
For each drink, it's a at least like 5 silver. No, sorry, 10.
I have 99 silver, 37
Oh,
gold.
bitch ain't one.
You
How
can't
many people
afford
was in the
everyone in the
bar?
bar.
There's about 40 odd people. So that's 400 silver.
So 4 gold.
Mm-hmm.
I buy that twice over. Everyone's getting smashed and drunk.
You can't afford that, can you?
Yeah, I took all of Ashley's gold earlier.
Ah.
I have 37 gold now.
You took a juice.
So yeah, it's about 8 gold to like get everybody a drink.
So that's 7, take
Wait for me. Make that 41.
29 gold. Yeah, including my tips, let's call that. I got gold. 99 silver and 70 copper still.
Make that 42!
No, the 40 included you.
Well, I'm guessing they walked in by the second. Thus why brought another round.
Cunt. Who said that?
So yeah, what else do you want to actually happen then?
Oh, now I was just hoping.
Well,
that
I got my
someone might
pints. I'm gonna sit in the
spontaneously
corner.
encourage people. Oh, okay. I start discussing with James and Rory. Sorry, wait, I got it. Boop, boop, boop. Sirloin and Alden. That what have they learned on their travels, and of course, getting quite boisterous and loud about our potential journey.
Yeah, I explain how I got my job in 2 days and how he needs to be prepared and sober.
Wow, such
I like
detail.
that.
Although
Need
my
to be prepared,
constitution,
but
I'm not
sober.
even tipsy yet. As we defined last game, it takes me about 4 to 6 drinks to even start to feel it.
Oh, you have to roll each time you do it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be different. You could be some really weak. You could just not be feeling up to it. This.
I could go really in depth and try and figure it out from your BMI.
No. I want to actually.
If we did BMI, he would be drunk on like 1.
He's half the man everyone else is.
I had 4 the first day and it didn't even phase me.
Remember, different strengths in different areas. This is the good shit.
You had like the watered down version earlier.
No,
Well, it was Ash's bar.
I bought 2
Nice.
classic cheap beers and then that
I don't
extra strong shit. And this time I bought 2 cheap bitters.
Sure, they went root beers.
Yeah, but obviously it would be different because this is the more cultured
There's
part of
no, like,
society.
Standard. It's not like here buying a can of beer. It'll be the same from brewer. There'll be like individual breweries, so some may do it weaker or stronger.
What am I rolling for then? How wrecked I am by the second?
Just constitution.
To how rowdy +4.
I guess you've only had a couple. So maybe.
Yeah, roll with advantage because you've only had
Yeah.
2.
Gets a 1 and a 1 and just passes out.
Okay, roll again. Yeah, you're fine. So yeah,
I just
you like start
Right.
boasting
Right.
about like
atmosphere in the upper pubs. That's all I wanted.
Huh?
I just wanted to create a lively atmosphere in this upper town.
yeah, you get
See-
some glances. People are like a bit split between like enjoying the fact that you're like making this a bit more like you know, a jaunty sort of tavern as opposed to like a dull sort of, oh yes, we're all the upper class and blah blah blah. But
Perfect for Ashley's date.
I hate you.
but yeah, it's more like a finer sort of inn as opposed to like a proper tavern. And like time passes by. It's probably been like an hour or so, and yeah, it's like coming
8
close to like,
o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ashley's big date.
Oh, is that what's going on now?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I
Actually
rolled a
lost.
perception.
I lost you
recommend buying
behind
a
my
suit.
numbers.
What? Did you say?
Buying.
I
a
lost
suit.
you then because you're behind one of my health numbers.
Oh, I'm going back to the library, which is here.
That's not the
Okay,
library.
so
That's
That's
the
where
end.
the
No, you
Was
were
you
where
already
the library
sorted,
was.
okay. I roll a perception to see if I can find a different place other than this bar.
Okay.
Actually,
Probably a map up on the wall near the library. You never know. That's where I'd put a map on the side of a
perception is
library.
+2.
Nice.
You know no other place. You haven't heard anything. You haven't seen anything. This is
You've been
the only place
blind
you know.
this whole time.
I will slap you, James. Alright, let's go to that pub then.
Okay. She comes out and she's still wearing like her uniform that she wore, but it's like a very modest sort of you know, dress with like a little sort of bow tie.
Bow ties are cool.
And yeah, do you take her by the arm and you walk over there, or do you just like jog ahead?
Oh, I can't take her by the arm, I'm half her height, so...
You take her by the hand and people look at you as if she's mother and
Yes.
child.
That's how we do it. No, it's piggyback.
Yeah.
It's like a bronco.
Run, you fool!
Bless you.
By
Follow me.
the hand.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
She like blushes the entire time and tries to not like. She looks back at you and like backwards and forwards, back at the sky. Like if you like turn around, she like tries to quickly glance away. But yeah, you reach the like tavern and you hear like shouting, a very familiar shouting of, "Hey, let's grab another pint of drinks."
I see if she wants to go somewhere else, if she knows somewhere else more quiet.
She looks at you and she's just like, "But it sounds fun in there."
He's helping you. He's a wingman.
Okay, we can give this a go. I try roll persuade actually to try and convince her not to.
Don't fuck up now. She may dislike you.
16.
Yeah, she knows of the minstrel's cup, which is like another sort of a bit more of a tavern than it is an inn. So it's going to be, you know, well, even in this sort of district, it's a bit more like finer than most taverns, but you know, it's still going to be like a bit of people getting like drunk and stuff.
Yeah, but they won't be there.
Hmm.
Right, come on.
Do I notice? Was he close enough to be out the window to be noticed if I do perception?
They mainly heard it out through the door. There wasn't like, you know, they didn't walk in and then go.
I know,
Oh.
but were they able to see through the window?
Roll a perception.
Yeah, roll
That's what I'm saying. If I
perception.
roll perception, is
I
it close?
was trying to think of what the layout of the building would
Never
be.
mind.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
too drunk.
You're on the second beer.
Yeah, well,
Wait,
You can't even see a window.
For the second round, so we're only on one.
Oh yeah.
Lightweight.
or maybe I'm just staring at a candle or something. I don't know.
It's his cold blood. It makes it really hard to.
Oh, he hasn't eaten for like 2 days. Well,
No, remember we need to mark off the rations.
I'm down to 8 rations. So I've eaten 2.
Okay. So
oh,
yeah,
then, but just
the minstrel.
I just didn't see. I was distracted. Did anyone else want to see if they saw Ashley out the window?
Go on then.
Cock
Oi!
blocks.
You come in here.
No, you didn't really see anything.
Go on, Jovis. Go on.
1. Its head on table passes out.
Go on, get 20.
Go on, Jovis.
Trying to
Go on.
ration button in my tablet. What am I rolling for? Sorry, perception.
Oh
It's
shit! I forgot to
-1.
talk to that Dragonborn in Dragonic. She would have been impressed then.
No one notices Ashley. He was probably below the window frame anyway. You probably just saw the woman from the
Oh,
library.
Dover was definitely not going to see me then because he's also below.
Yeah.
I was gonna. Can I order my meal for myself and do
Yeah.
my?
A
I'm
meal
actually
for
gonna
like
walk this lover one to the cup.
So yeah, Jovis, you buy a meal, so that's like probably like 5 silver for like a plate of like I don't know, what would they have in a tavern? Maybe
Do they
like
have bangers and mash?
Yeah, they probably
Maybe,
would
like,
have
steak
bangers
and
and mash.
chips and...
I want some bangers and mash.
Plain, just some meat.
Something
Or am I
simple.
buying
that
everyone?
So yeah, it would be
Wait.
probably like 10 silvers for like a plate of bangers and mash.
Yeah,
with like a nice thick gravy of like,
okay.
properly made.
Actually, I changed my mind. I want to talk to her and ask what the what her best grub is.
Best
Well, I'll
grub.
probably say it like, "Where's your best food? What's the best thing you serve?"
Our finest meal, sir, would probably be the sirloin steak.
Sirloin steak, you say?
Yes,
I have 2 lots of that, please. One for me and one for my orc friend here.
of course, sir. That would be 1 gold each.
I hand over the money.
She takes it and like.
Can I have that as well? I said I might have a food.
What are you buying then?
Oh no, that he's buying in one and I'll buy myself.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
28.
all mark off like 1 gold.
Oh, and one for my drinking buddy, Jovis.
Okay, so James,
Are you
mark
fine at
off
me?
3
Okay.
gold.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. But yeah,
Wow.
it takes some
Fudge.
time.
Been drunk
But
and
they,
everywhere I go.
They bring out like this nice sort of sirloin steak. It's been drizzled in like peppercorn sauce and like
What
gravy.
happens to you if you fuck up, James?
They have like a nice cooked, freshly baked roll. And
I then
some,
looked down at my arm and noticed it's gone. You're eating me! No!
I'm not eating you. You're eating you.
Yum, yum. Ah!
It's making these super noodles taste better.
But yeah, so that's kind of what you guys are doing. Have to get through it with like a proper like steak knife and everything.
I use my great sword and cut the table in half.
And like Jovis is being surrounded by like these guys who were like originally workers, kind of like sitting in the corner, kind of like drinking their like day away, and then they come up to him because of how he ordered them a drink and kind of like over his shoulder, like, yeah, cheers lads, yeah, fuck's sake, yeah, this is the best day ever, sort of thing.
Any of you lads, and adventuring types?
Not
That
really.
one.
I work in the factory, and I press paper.
Such a
I
boring
love
job.
how mundane that is. What do you do?
That is so mundane. What I expected. Alright. Can I show them a game of 5-finger fillet?
Oh,
I don't
Oh,
like the
that's
sound
so-
of this. Are you
so
sticking
it's
fingers
something-
anywhere?
Do I roll on this athletics or dexterity?
I have no idea what this game is.
it's where you
Yeah.
have to know.
You put your hand down and you stab a knife in between your
Oh,
digits.
that!
Oh, that'd be slight.
Oh,
of
Hey,
hand.
my
yes.
fingers.
That'd be
Sleight of hand.
Oh no,
Definitely
this
sleight
could
of
end
hand.
badly.
This is where you know
Roll a
it's
1,
a
cut off your hand.
But before that, I down another drink.
Okay.
Oh no. Disadvantage.
That means-
Wait,
no.
where'd you get it from? You're gonna have to pay for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say how much I had for one drink.
1 drink would have probably been. Oh yeah, it was 10 silver per drink.
Do you have to roll to see how much it affects him?
Yeah, he'll have to roll a
8.
Constitution check.
Alright, so take 10 silver off, roll constitution, then roll sleight of hand.
Potential disadvantage.
Constitution?
Yeah,
Seems
you're fine.
alright.
Okay,
See,
so
I'm
probably
doing
So
very
no
much in a job.
disadvantage.
I only get 50 Or
Hmm?
I said my character seems to only get tipsy after.
Yeah.
Then it's sleight of hand, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that a
sleight of
separate thing?
hand.
What?
Oh yeah, just nothing. So
Rip fingers. Rip fingers.
Um,
Rip
yeah.
fingers. Rip fingers. Rip fingers. Ah!
So you think this was probably a bad idea the second you start feeling the knife cut through your finger? Like, it's not as bad as you thought it was going to be, but you do
this
like.
normally goes so well.
It wouldn't even like midway through the game. It was the second stab.
Yeah.
Normally it's
Stab,
not with
stab.
the steak knife though. It's the sirloin steak and the knife it came with that, doesn't it?
You take 2 damage.
Wait, he stabs himself. I got hit by a book.
Well, you know.
I haven't rested yet.
So yeah, you bandage up your like the barmaid comes over and like bandages up your finger with like some cloth.
She's whispered to you, "You silly sod."
No, she says, "You dumb prick." Stop bleeding on my tables. But yeah, over to Ashley now on his date.
Okay. We go to that other tavern thing.
Yep, you're there.
We find a table and sit down.
Yeah. You sit down at it, and there's no real like waiters or anything. It's a tavern. It's more like
I say, wait here. I'll go get us some food. What would you like?
She like sits down, kind of like with her hands crossed, and like almost seems a bit like nervous about the whole thing, and says, "Can I get some water and I'm not sure. Some soup, I guess."
So you want to be peeing later? I see.
She like blushes at that and like looks away. It's just like
Right.
Because I'd like it if you peed on me. Haha.
You're not there, James.
what I'm gonna do is sit on you, sit on you, sit on you.
Fuck's sake! Stop ruining it! You're breaking my immersion. Okay, so I go up to the. What? Oh, okay, James is moving. Okay, I walk up to the tavern thing, order 2 bowls of soup and 2 glasses of water.
The barman's just like, okay, that will be 4 gold.
Okay, here's a proposition for you.
Mhm.
Find the coin,
Oh,
and I pay double. Don't find the coin, and I'll pay the normal price.
It's okay.
No, don't find the coin, and it's free. Even why would I fucking pay the normal price? I have no idea. Right,
I'm
okay.
trying to make myself pay more.
Does he agree to that, Max?
Yeah, because it's more of a tavern. He's just like, okay, I'll take your bit.
Okay, so do you have 4 cups?
Ooh.
He picks them up from under the like thing
4
and puts up
cups.
like 4 flagons.
4, okay. I put them down with 1 coin. I
Mhm.
tried to sleight of hand so it hides it, so it doesn't actually go under any of them.
Okay.
Sleight of hand.
Therefore, he won't ever find them.
Oh! He is oblivious. He has no idea.
I mutter them around and go pick one.
He points to any of them and instantly is wrong.
Right, okay, if you don't get it in the next 2, you give me the bar.
Oh.
He like bends against the table and is just like looking at the cups, being like, I thought I had it. I thought I saw. Fine, I'll take your bit.
Can I lift up 2 more?
He brings out 2 more. And yeah, wait, are you doing another one?
No,
are you
'cause the
asking
coins
him
are
just to
under
pick them
Just
up? I
pick
mean?
2 more.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just pick up 2 more.
So yeah, he picks up 2 more, and he's just like looks in them, and he's just like, so it must be in that one then. And
Correct. and I pick up the cup but slide it off the table and
Well,
then drop the
I
coin
was
from
gonna
my
say, he goes to like reach for it. Roll a dexterity.
dexterity.
Yeah, against his. So his dexterity would be.
Shit. Shit!
He reaches for the
Oh.
a flagon and picks it up and realizes there's no coin, and he
Can I do
breaks.
sleight of hand again?
Mm,
Because I'm gonna go. That's because the coin's behind your ear.
okay.
Hand to put it back though to start with, not normal dexterity.
What?
Oh wait, do you only get +2 for sleight of hand?
Yeah.
But
Why do you think he
+4
wants to
for
increase
normal-
it? That's like his party trick.
But yeah. Okay. He like breaks the flagon in his hand, but then you roll,
Fuck.
and he sees you like holding the coin in your hand as you try and put it behind his ear, and he just grabs your hand and puts it on the table and like holds it down in a grapple. Strength check. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I was worried that my audio had gone again.
This is going
Oh
down.
shit!
This is going
Okay, I don't
downhill.
even need to roll.
This has gone from grey to plus.
He holds your hand on the table and brings up a knife from his like side.
Mm.
I will pay you 8. I do a persuade. I'll pay you the 8 gold and we call it quits. Yeah.
He looks at you and he's just like, 8 gold.
No, roll persuade.
Yeah, you have
Do I
to
have to
roll.
roll?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
9.
He cuts off your finger.
I wasn't even playing the shitty game.
Oh, this I was going to say. You could have done 5-finger
Wait,
filler.
wait,
I
wait,
love
no,
how I
no,
come
no,
away.
wait, Max.
Yeah.
Because it was a 1, I get to roll it again.
Oh, you do? Okay. Thank
strength
fuck
check,
that
wasn't
you remembered that then, eh?
Oh fuck! Rewind.
Yeah. Don't worry, he goes to like try and press it on your.
16.
Okay. So was that the grapple?
That's the strength.
Yeah, yeah. So you like pull it away just as he like tries to press his knife against your finger, and you get away with just like a graze on the top, and he's just like, "Oi, you get back here!" What do you do?
He goes back, puts his hand down on the table. What do you think he's gonna do? Okay, I'm sorry. Here you go.
I almost spat all my like drink on my screen. 8 out of 8 for a great date.
I tap his nose and go boop, and then give him the 4 gold and.
You'd have to do a sleight of hand for that if you wanted to.
Oh really?
Yeah. If you want to boop his nose without him grabbing your hand again.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Okay, so you
This
boop his nose and place the like 4 gold on the table. And he like is busy like rubbing his nose and looking down at the gold to like even try and stop you.
I take the food back to the table. Oh, that was interesting.
She like looks at you and obviously saw like the whole sort of thing what is it called? Transpire, there we go. And she's just like, what was that all about?
Nothing.
It didn't seem like nothing. It looked like you almost cut off your hand.
Potato, potato.
But we got soup.
Potato, tomato, either one.
So yeah, she like looks at the soup and it's just like, oh, okay, and just like sips at it, just like not sure what the hell's going on. Like, not only did you, say that you like she needed to pee, but you also got into a fight with the owner of the tavern.
I almost owned the tavern. I was so close.
And you look at the guy and he kind of like flicks through the coins and he's just like, fuck it.
I ask her, is she enjoying her food?
She's just like, yeah, but it's a bit salty.
Hey, hey, stay out of this deal.
But yeah, she's right. Like, when you take a sip of the soup, it is like a bit more salty than usual. Like, definitely not as good as the soup that you made. like with your like perfect seasoning.
That's because he made it perfect.
Go and complain. Go and complain.
I go, oh, would you like to order something else then?
She's like, no, it's fine, it's fine. I'll just take sips of my water to kind of, counteract that.
Would you like another glass? As
Um,
soon as it's...
Yeah, like she starts to run low, and you see like the jug of water on the table that you brought over,
Okay. I pour her another glass.
Get behind the kid.
and she sips it like modestly and just keeps going at her soup, and just like
Damn, this water's just so salty. It's like eating some water. God, this water's salty as well.
Who's been putting salt in all my food and drink?
It's
Oh,
even
there's a
very
glass of
salty.
flowers
Every
here. I
Can
wonder
I
how
do
that water
perception?
tastes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perception is +2.
Okay, what do you want to know?
Indeed, you notice
Are
there
there
is salt
any
in the
flowers
water.
on any of the tables?
Considering it's a tavern, you don't see any flowers like on the tables,
Or
but there
anywhere
are
in-
some that like are around the room, kind of making it more of like a part of the decor sort of thing.
Okay.
They're
I
like-
tell her I will be right back.
Okay.
I swagger over. Can I do like a stealth check so she doesn't see where I go?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Well, the bartender.
Do it with advantage because she's not really paying attention.
Thank fuck for that, I guess.
So I do 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna be a 1. Yeah, she kind of like trails off and like follows you with her eyes, just kind of saying what other mischief you're gonna get up to.
Start the relationship there. Start the relationship off with trust. I see. I grab a flower.
Okay. Like as you go to turn, she like turns back to her food, trying to not like pay attention, and you walk back with the flowers, I guess.
And I put one in her hair.
She like she's like startled by the fact that you're like touching her after only
I
just
didn't
meeting.
touch her.
Well, you're putting it in her hair.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to be touching her. Sleight of hand says I don't.
God.
Rolls and one
hand.
punches her in the face.
Roll sleight of hand.
If you want. Okay.
God,
Yeah,
what
you
a
nimbly
smooth
do it,
criminal.
and it, she starts to touch it with her hand just to feel like the type of flower, and it's like a modest little sort of like
It's a Venus
like
flytrap.
it's like a variety of like sunflower sort of like small but like
Cute.
and she's just like, oh, thank you.
At this point, I don't know what to do.
I didn't see where he went, did I? So, I want to get revenge on your cock block earlier. I don't know where he's gone. I was too busy stabbing my own arm.
Don't worry, I almost got stabbed. Jodie wasn't there to save me, so I had to save myself.
Well, Jervis, I have a map of pubs around here. So if you get kicked out,
Let's go on a pub crawl.
Jervis, yeah, you want to go on a pub crawl?
I go-
Okay,
Do you want to go back to the library?
you don't know that yet.
Yeah,
Wink,
I'm
wink.
continuing my storyline.
It's good to
Yeah, I
know
don't know that, but that was the next plan. We had
Yeah,
finished the
yeah.
food.
Like it doesn't take long for you to finish like the soup, and you kind of hurried anyway, considering the barman has been like glaring at you the entire time.
he just mad he lost.
Yeah.
And yeah, like she's just like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. It's probably not going to be open right now, but obviously,
Quickly. Yeah, but she has
Ah.
the keys, doesn't she?
Maybe you should ask if she has a place of her own.
no, like I said, she doesn't really own the like place.
No, I know, but if she has a place of her own.
No, I'm talking to Ashley.
Yeah, but
Oh,
she would
yeah,
have
I
the
know,
key for
but-
it because she would have locked up.
Hmm.
Well,
She
there's
goes
probably
and
more
take a
than
trip
one
to the
worker there, but sure.
Yeah,
It
but
probably
you-
would
I
be.
feel like
currently
reading
closed,
some
but-
books.
Okay, but I ask if she has any place of her own, as I am new in town.
She says, Are you sure? This is the only first date.
Persuade.
Get in my
Using
pants.
magic for hypno.
Jesus Christ, she's just
Persuade
like,
anything.
well, okay, since you don't have a place to stay, I don't see the harm. And yeah, you start walking back to pretty much where the library is, but there's like a small sort of housing area for the people that kind of work
Yeah?
there. Yeah, it'd be like on
Fucking hell.
it'd be on like this side of the like the library area.
Everybody.
So yeah, she like opens up her like small little quaint house, and you you see how she's got like everything very neat, very tidy.
So what you're saying is they would have walked past where we're at. Anyone want to roll perception to see if they saw him go past the window?
Well, like the timing wise, if you were leaving right then, he wouldn't have been there yet.
Ah,
Wander
it's
in
worth
the
a
streets
try.
looking for new
Did I
pups.
see him?
Go and roll perception then. Yes, you saw him.
Ah,
Cunts!
I tell the party that I just saw him out the window.
I'm pretty worried that I might have to start RPing with Ashley some sex scenes. I'm a bit
no,
concerned.
don't worry.
You're gonna kill her, aren't you?
I specifically say Jovis.
No?
Jovis. Jovis.
I grab, I put my arm round Vane's shoulder and encourage him to join.
Well, no, you only saw him. You didn't like.
Yeah, I'm telling you that I've just seen him out the window.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I
do
run
you want to
out.
go for it?
Yeah. Can I use my athletic to catch up with him?
That would probably be. Oh yeah, it would be athletics. So I guess
Drink with us.
you roll with disadvantage though, because you're, you know,
Fat.
a
Drunk.
dwarf.
An idiot.
What? I roll a disadvantage because I have high athletic.
Oh wait. Oh okay. Yeah, you don't catch up.
See ya, bitch.
You got little legs.
No, I'm
Oh,
just
Jovis,
lost
did you see where they went
bleeding
though?
hand.
He follows him about the bridge, but by the time they like turn off from the bridge, you can't see them anymore. Because oh shit, I forgot the time.
Oh,
It's about 9 o'clock now, and the thunderclouds have actually gotten really close, and you start to see where the rain is like slowly on the outer rims of the like of Nodnal.
I open my metal umbrella. I'm not gonna get acided on.
Acid did it all.
So yeah, by this time you see everybody's kind of like packed up, and everybody's gone inside and everything, and as the rain starts to get closer, you like with your umbrella out, you start to hear the pitter patter of like the acidic rain, and you smell the faint aroma of like what's it called? Like when you hit metal with acid, essentially. So like the burnt metal kind of lingers in the air that you can smell. Yeah.
Can I go back to the pub and buy a room for the night for the tavern? Sort of thing?
Yeah, same.
Yeah, yeah.
Time skip time.
The
Time
woman's
skip
just
time.
like, yeah, of course, lads, of course. It will be 4 gold for a room.
Per person, or are we sharing?
Well, it would be like a single bed bedroom or like a double bed bedroom.
3 guys, 1 bedroom.
Hang on. I can't look up the names again.
That takes me to 25.
I looked at Eldon and say, "Do you have enough money for a room?"
I check my pockets and go, oh no, damn it. Yeah, okay. Can't find anything.
I buy him a room and me a room because naturally I'm law-abiding, so I assume he's telling the truth.
The woman like looks at you and is just like, okay, a double bedroom for
Separate
you
rooms.
two. Oh, okay, sorry, sir, sorry. And then
I stare at the
Kinky
bar.
dragon sex.
I stare at the bartender like,
At which point, can I giggle my way back to my room?
she asks for like the 8 gold.
Yep, I hand it over.
Yeah, she takes it like happily, kind of like feeling ashamed about what she just said, but also kind of happy because she starts fantasizing about it.
Oh god.
And then remembers that she needs to go get a copy of 50 Shades of Grey.
God, this book's very popular in this town.
Yeah, you should have a read this.
Well, it's Victorian times. They love that sort of shit.
Alright, so I go to my separate room, silly orc, and
Why is it my fault?
don't know. She assumed that we were together, so I blamed you.
But yeah.
And so I go to my room, and that's it. I'm gonna take helmet off, put it on the side, go to sleep.
Okay. What's everybody else doing? Are you all going to your rooms?
Resting.
JJ's still in the museum. I don't know if it's still open or not, but
yeah, some of the like offices actually have like beds in them.
Oh, still not. I can't rest while she's stood on my penis.
Don't be silly. That's how you like falling asleep. Okay, so if everybody's going to bed, Ashley, you kind of like, she grabs a blanket for you and just like says, I don't know, what is it, like just a sofa slash,
A futon.
So JJ, what are you doing?
yeah,
I'm
and
listening to
passes
all
it
the
to you.
wonderful artifacts.
For hours.
I know.
It's been
I rolled
at
perception.
least 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, roll perception. Okay,
Like
what do you want to see?
General room shit.
Um,
Anything interesting?
You see that she has her own like large collection of books. Once again, 50 Shades of Grey.
Is there that?
Maybe it's the horse edition, 50 Shades of Nay.
Oh god, no, that's a very different book.
Or
Just
maybe
with
it's
horses.
the farmer edition, 50 Shades of Hay.
But
Oh,
yeah,
that'd be
and
or the ship edition, 50 Shades of Bay.
Or maybe it's the gay edition, 50 Shades of Gay.
that's just really blunt about that one.
Oh, what was Batman edition? 50 Shades of Bane.
I was wondering what would break first. Your cock or your ass.
It was both.
But yeah, she's got like a very modest house, and like her bedroom is off to the side, and there's like a sort of like a small kitchen area. But as you like walk past her bedroom, you notice that she has like a box under her bed.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh. That's where she keeps all our vibrators.
it's where all the penises from all the men she's killed lives.
Fucking hell, that's even worse.
I know.
In fact, can I roll insight on her?
You can roll insight on her if you want. Okay. Now that you like are finally in her home and everything, and you've kind of gotten to know her a bit better, like from passing conversation and things, you start to realize that she has like bigger ambitions about what she wants to do. She reads all these books about how like great people are, but really wants to be one of them, sort of thing, and kind of like projects herself as characters when she reads.
Okay.
Does she want to come along?
And like even though she seems reserved and things, that's kind of more like a social anxiety problem that she suffers from, as opposed to what she really wants to be like.
So essentially us when we're in public.
Okay. Okay. I ask her if she wants to learn magic in order to try and help get over her social anxiety.
She's kind of in her bedroom, so if you
I
wanna...
shout it through the door. No, I kid. I won't wait till morning then.
Okay.
I thought you were just going to barge up and say, "Oi! Magic, social anxiety.
You went to a tavern and to get over social anxiety rather than grabbing the try and show her magic,
Wait, what?
didn't you? Where are you now? Oh no, you went back to the library, didn't you?
No,
Yeah,
they're
we're
back
back
in
in
our
house.
room.
In the house.
There was our new Daniel.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dale has the same attention as Daniel.
He's been pretty good up until now.
Well, no, oh, fair enough. Yeah.
He said
No,
more
at
than
least
hello.
you actually are picking up on that. There's things going on.
Yeah, I'm just
I
trying to
did
get
hear
to
you
the
say
next
room,
day
that's
because
why
I'm gonna
I
get through a
was
whole other
confused.
day yet before I get to that
I was
fucking
just
crater.
thinking generally. I wonder why she was socially anxious with him and being out all night, day and night.
But yeah, like she says goodnight through the door and then like closes it off, locking it.
Jesus, he's finally fallen.
And yeah, you both fall asleep soundly, and everybody gets a nice long rest, so everybody gets back to maximum health.
JJ's doing the whole Pokeball thing when it just about to be caught.
What?
Do you see his character just shaking side to side?
Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one.
Actually, how much XP did I get, by the way, for killing them thugs in the first stage?
Good question.
I mean,
Good
we all
point.
got some.
I killed one.
I killed 2.
I set them on him. What? Who said that?
Oh no, I
Uh,
killed one castrated one. Sorry.
Let me.
Yeah, I finished that one off.
And I killed
Shit,
one
I really should
by
have
mistake.
my books open.
He took the first one out. Rory took the second. No, Rory finished the second one out, didn't he?
No, Rory was distracted by food.
I finished
Well,
it
he
with
tried
my
to shoot a
fucking
bolt
bird
at
knife.
one of them.
Yeah,
And he hit, didn't he?
Okay.
one hit, one missed, then got distracted.
It's 100 XP per thug, split
Okay,
between
s-
whoever killed them.
Oh. But
So-
Rory was involved, so he
Oh
gets
wait,
a
no,
split.
it's normally just distributed amongst the party. So
So between 5 of us.
Yeah.
yes.
300
Oh, I
XP
get one.
between
I don't
five.
think Ashley gets the points as he set him on.
I don't. I think in this
Yeah.
circumstance, I don't think.
Just think
yeah.
of it as like Pokemon, where it's EXP share. Even though
Spider
some
Man
do shit
fight.
all, you get like
Yeah, cool.
The
Alright.
300 split
What did I
four.
get?
No, it's 300 divided by 5.
So 60.
60 apiece, eh?
Yeah.
All right, you then.
Woohoo! There you
So
go, James.
times that by 3
It
then, I
benefited
guess.
you.
Oh no.
No, 60 in total.
Yeah. So everybody gets 60 XP. You should be almost a fourth of the way there.
No.
That's not bad.
I'm glad I got stuck into that fight. I was going to sit it out, but literally, I didn't really slit the guy's throat to put him out his misery for being castrated. I wanted some XP.
Well, you would have gotten it even if you just watched.
Is everyone sleeping?
Yeah.
No.
So yeah,
I spent the entire time making soup.
JJ?
that's where all the EXP came from.
I'm still listening to this guy talk about fucking artifacts.
Well,
He's still talking to you. Fucking hell.
yeah, he kind of goes back to his office when he like takes you over to the like communal like bedroom. And you see some like less fortunate people in there as well, like a mother and her child are kind of like in a bed.
Right. If the place is all quiet, was there any good artifacts I heard about?
He kind of showed you some of the like some of the what was it, the war machines, saying how like impressive it was that they used them to like fight these battles against giant beasts of equal power and so on, and like showed you these smaller sort of intricate artifacts like what was it, I guess it would kind of be like a music box, but there's no like crank or anything. And it literally fits in like your pocket, and it's very like thin.
In that case, I may go to bed. There was nothing interesting to steal.
It's up to you, like whatever really is. It could be construed as interesting.
Take
You
it
are
and
keen on it.
down.
You are keen on it.
And go back to the armor and clothing room. Now
Mhm.
I've been like shown about, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna try one more time before I go to fucking bed.
Okay. What, like arcane or just investigation?
What would you recommend, DM?
can't say.
Well, if it's magic,
If you're
arcane,
looking,
surely.
yeah, if you're looking for if they're magical arcana.
Okay, now I gotta do Arcana.
Oh, okay.
Fuck's sake.
You don't really notice anything particularly special about them. Not like
James had a
like-
brain aneurysm in his sleep and died.
magic wise. You do see one of them has like some sort of particular sort of glow to it, but you're not sure if that's arcana or like if it's just part of its natural sort of state.
I head over to have a look.
Okay. You walk up to it and it's like this nice suit of armor, like really lightweight and thin, but it seems to have these like strips on it that glow.
God.
I think that might be a bit too big to steal. I'm just to go to sleep, but that's good to know that's there.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm.
You'll
Can't fall
sleep.
off
You'll
bed.
get your long rest.
Yeah, my health will come back.
Yeah.
From being.
And also you get all your spell slots back because remember you're only allowed 2 a day.
I know.
You can also, if you really want to, put what spells you want for now, like your readied spells, because the ones that you have now are just the ones that I preset as your like readied ones, but you can change them per day.
Isn't it? Cantrips can be done infinitely a day.
Yep.
But your spell can only be done.
Twice.
Oh, just checking.
You're a bard and you want your first level spells, so I'm going to drop that to you.
Oh, my ketchup went everywhere. Oh, it's everywhere.
I'm really bad at drawing.
So yeah, you all kind of like wake up to like the absence of rain because it always seems to last like the entire night. And the like light shines in through the windows, even if they are a bit obscured by the like great walls around it.
It's 6 o'clock, so that's usually when I wake up.
Yeah, you're the first to rise. Once
So
again,
would it
I really
be?
wish-
I rise at the sun
First
through,
level
coming through the
spells,
window.
What was that? Everybody's talking at the same time.
How you go first?
I didn't hear what you said, either of you.
No, I was just saying I rise at the sun coming through the window, being the nature boy.
Are you a nature boy?
I am.
Nature boy.
More.
What pansy? Thought he could drink, but now he's a nature boy. What a nature boy.
I guess there's no specific things about my nature.
Are you a wet boy?
I am
What a wet boy. Hey.
Wet wipe.
assassin. Spits every time he hears the word assassin.
So yeah,
That was an inside joke about this book. Continue.
So I get up at like crack of dawn again and go to light the fire.
Yep.
Temp 2.
well, like by the time you come down, the innkeeper
Ooh.
woman's already up and she's already
Oh,
stoked the
nice.
flames.
This place is well maintained.
Can I follow him?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're up.
She's just like, oh, other early morning people. Strange to
Good
see them
morning,
types around here.
Yes. Would you mind telling me? I know they won't be up by this time, but where the general workforce of the town may like congress or work? People that might be good in the field for fighting, that sort of workforce?
Any particular reason why you'd be looking for those type of people?
Just business of our own.
And we don't want anyone that presses paper.
Well, if we're talking about the general, muscle around town, they would probably be in the burning block,
Thank you.
working the steel mills and all that, you know. So yeah,
Thank you for your time. I flip a silver onto the table.
yeah. She pats it down as it starts to like roll away, and it's just like, "Thank you, Paladin. What is your name?"
I don't even know anymore. No, sorry. Sterloin
Oh,
from
Sirloin.
House Berbera.
Barbara.
I've just woke up.
Wait, but this is your
I'm
usual.
important with armor. Take my silver. I've got lots of.
But yeah, she's just like nods her head to you, and then just like cleans the rest of the like tables. Considering you made such a ruckus last night that you like made them all like spilt.
Oh, I don't feel bad that I gave her a bit of silver then. This should be silver stack. Silver.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm going to start heading that way and wait for people to start turning up.
Yeah. It takes you quite a while. It's like it's an hour's like sort of.
Yeah, I
walk.
imagine it would be. It's a long way.
Yeah. But
Less crowds to walk through though. No one's up.
yeah, like no one's really around, and you see a lot of the like puddles on the floor still burning in the sun.
I'll be careful not to stand in that then.
Yeah.
Even with my
I
metal
take a
shoes.
bowl of broth.
Like when you do walk past, you see like like one of the drops from one of the roofs like catches your shoulder, and it kind of like rolls off your armor,
Okay.
but you don't like feel anything. It just kind of you see it.
Do
kinda,
I get
like,
really
burn.
pissed if it's tarnished it?
Yeah, it has like left sort of like a scorch mark from its heat. Like
next person
sorry,
I
not
see, I'm going to be
heat,
a little bit
it's
pissed with
acidity.
now.
And yeah, by the time you get there, you start to see like the workforcemen like start coming in.
Okay. Anyone else want to do something before I sort out some business?
When you said, so I can change as long as it's a first level spell, because of course I'm first level at the moment.
Mhm.
I can change each day. You said
Yeah.
after a long rest.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Because
Just clarify.
it's just the spells that you ready, so it's like oh yeah, I plan on using these spells today.
Yeah, I've just added in what spells, a couple spells, and like set a little modifier so I know whether they're active or not.
Oh, okay.
Are you across the room again, JJ?
Huh? No, I was getting some milk.
So yeah, what else is everybody doing then?
Can I take a bowl of broth to go, and then I follow James?
Yeah, she like stops cleaning up the table for
Oh
a bit.
shit, if
and,
I knew Jervis was coming, I would have stopped and I just ran off.
and yeah, it's like 10 copper for like a broth sort of morning thing.
Just down to 60 copper.
Sorry to interrupt. One more quick question.
Mhm.
On my spell level 1, it says 2 slots total. Does that mean I have 2 active at once?
Yeah, you can have 2 spells readied per day.
Cool. Thank you.
That's all right.
And then I can use each one twice, or only which ones I have active?
You can only use like, so say you have 2 readied.
Yeah.
You can either use the same spell twice or the 2 separate spells.
So I have 2 uses of my spells which are active that day.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
That's right.
I start preparing breakfast.
Yeah, she lays in bed and doesn't really wake up just yet, since no one really comes to the library this early in the morning. And yeah, you start to fry up some, like, I don't know, what are you making? She has like a small pantry of like bread and different sort of like cuts of meat and vegetables. There's no fridge, it's just like it's all in like a little pantry.
Give me a second.
I make this, he posts in chat, a dick.
A dick sandwich.
The bowl that he like cut out the bottom of, and he just comes up to him and goes, "I got you this."
Just a bowl
Dick.
of dicks.
Man, this soup that you made me is really salty.
That.
No.
So saying that doesn't help the recording now, does it?
Yeah, I can't show the sandwich.
A
but that's fine.
sandwich.
Sandwich. Yeah, okay, you make a sandwich.
A sandwich.
A
It's quite a
sandwich.
nice sandwich. I mean, she had quite a good pantry. Look at all that cheese. Bloody hell.
Make me hungry.
Cheese. Yeah, okay. So yeah, You take the like rough slices of bread and you know, cut away and then make a like this fantastic sandwich by the looks of it. I guess roll survival.
Sleight of hand.
No, it's more about him knowing if the ingredients are good or not.
Oh. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, like it's not as nice as that one. Like you can't seem to cut the right amount of like meat off, and like some of the tomatoes have kind of gone off.
Yeah.
But yeah, you make it. Do you eat it or are you giving it to her?
What will she give to him in return?
Can I do an investigation into it?
Into what? Into the
Into
sandwich.
the sandwich.
Yes. It is a sandwich.
It is.
I mean, you made it yourself and knew all the ingredients you put into it.
Yep. From what you deduct, you made a sandwich, and yeah.
I'm straight. I made the sandwich.
The ingredients look okay from what you can see. There's nothing really that looks poisoned about it. If you were suspicious that you might have tried to poison yourself, in fact, you might have accidentally slipped yourself some Rohypnol by accident.
Magic Rohypnol again.
Already, so it's okay.
But yeah, like
I cut it in half and eat half and give half to her.
okay, you walk over to her door and like give a little knock, and you just hear like a groaning from the other side, like.
Oh,
I've made you breakfast.
oh.
She like peeks
James.
through one eyes. And
Sorry, she opened her box of goodies. She always has a morning wake up routine.
and yeah, she comes to the door and unlocks it
lovely.
and like looks at the sandwich and looks at you, and she's just like, "Oh, thank you." Like holds it in her hand. She's like, why did you make me a sandwich this early in the morning?"
Breakfast. Breakfast has been nice. Breakfast.
And she's just like, "Oh, lovely thought," and just like starts to eat it, and it's just like,
This is breakfast. This is What's your sandwich? It's breakfast. I don't
new to
know.
this. My parents left me early. They didn't tell me about how to treat a woman. It's breakfast.
It's just breakfast. What do we do? It's breakfast.
I don't know. It just seems like the type of guy that would like try and drug me. So it does him.
It's just breakfast. There's no
That
drugs.
hurts.
It's just-
That deep down hurts. It's just breakfast.
See, the funny thing is, my James has actually been told that before. The other James, like
Oh, yeah.
the people that he lives with, they said that yeah, he looks like the kind of guy who would like try and drug her food.
And he just replies as "This is breakfast." It's breakfast.
But yeah, she sits on her bed and starts to eat
If
it.
it puts you at ease, I'll have a bite.
And then Ashley's OCD kicks in as she sees one crumb from her sandwich go onto her bed.
Yeah,
And
she
you
like
just have
So I
pick
burn
up
the
what-
house down.
like no, like yeah, like she tries to like eat it, and then like crumbs go onto her bed, and she like instantly sort of like scoops it into her hand, then puts it onto the plate.
Damn straight. I like this woman.
But yeah, once again, you notice the like box kind of like under her bed, slightly sticking out more than last night.
That's fine. That can stay locked up.
You're the worst.
You
Max is
keep-
like, look in the box! And you're like, yeah, I can see it there. I don't really give a shit.
No, it's completely fine. It's up to
Can
his own
I-
intrigue if he wants to look into it.
Do it in.
Do it in
Okay, I ask her about the box and then do an insight when she responds, so I see how her body language was.
here. Okay.
Like I accidentally knock it with my foot, but purposely accidentally knock it with my foot.
Okay.
You purposely
what's that?
accidentally.
Yes.
So she like
Okay.
says, what box? And yeah, you notice that she's like blushing and like looking away, like as you ask this question.
This one! Pick it up! It's just breakfast!
And yeah, you pick up the box and it like rattles and opens like because it's not really well maintained, and yeah, you see a lot of like leather whips and
Of course it would be, because Max! It's just
Yeah.
breakfast!
But yeah, it's an assortment of like, you know, kink items. And she instantly just turns red and like jumps up and lets the like
Oh,
plate.
can't you breathe? Quick, Heimlich maneuver!
Quick, grab one of the butt plugs and shove it in.
Sleight of hand.
But yeah, she like drops the like sandwich to the floor and like with the plate as well.
I thought she finished it.
No, she
Oh.
was like still eating it when you asked her.
I closed the box and just put it under the bed and persuaded just to calm down. I don't give a shit
She's just
what
like
she's into.
she pats her head and she's just like, oh god, I'm so embarrassed.
It's fine, you're a librarian. It does stuff to you.
She's just like, I know, right? Sitting in that boring room all day, just reading about other people having these amazing things happen. But yeah.
God, this entire town.
I kind of want to know if this storyline will pan out. Give me a second. I'm planning something.
Oh god.
do you want a moment while we have our bit then?
Yeah, go on then.
Alright, Rory, do you want to do anything? Are you still sleeping, or JJ? Either one of you two. Yep, that answers Rory's question.
Okay.
JJ, you asleep still?
No, I've woken up. I heard people moving about in the museum. Yeah, I'm masturbating now in front of the woman in charge.
Mother-daughter threesome.
I'm just starting to.
It was a boy.
Roll for successful ejaculation.
Ugh.
Yes, roll. Just
not-
flat on D20 plus your
Right onto
your
the 6-year-old
dexterity
girl's
modifier.
face.
So D20 plus your dexterity modifier.
No, I'm not actually masturbating. I'm just heading out the museum.
Okay, yeah, you head out the museum and yeah, outside you see like the puddles once again. They're kind of like evaporating in the sun.
Lick it.
No, I just got my health back. Fuck that noise.
I love the fact that you've consistently lost health every day.
So
I know, I'm to make it through one day with no health lost. Oh, and some little shit has now just splashed acid water in my face and lose 4 damage. Yeah.
He has metal boots and he's just splashing in all the puddles.
No, it's like a cart that drives past and it.
No,
Like,
please, no.
Oh, you should roll a D20, see if you can walk down this path successfully.
No, what you did.
Or whether he falls into the puddle itself.
No, fine. Fuck you guys, because we're doing this. I'm roll for acrobatics. I want to see how many times I'm backflip over the puddles.
Excellent.
I'm fucking doing it.
Excellent.
What?
Oh. What
He
great
does it.
form.
okay, what are you doing?
I'm
He's-
backflipping over the puddles of acid.
Yeah, you nimbly like dodge past them. They were pretty easy to miss.
James, copy him.
James, your turn.
I'll do it once I finish talking to these guards. I'll see, like, JJ, like, I can do that.
That's quite a good range on your sight.
Yeah.
What can I say? 4.5 miles? Nothing.
You'd have to get. Okay.
Yeah. So what else are you guys doing then?
Right, well, I want to talk to the people around here. I want to talk to, like, the workforce or some sort
So annoying. I'm really peppy this morning. I've woken up after a good night's sleep. My hand's feeling better, and I've had a good bowl of broth.
Okay,
So,
Jarvis.
I'm gonna be
Jarvis,
peppy around you.
what's your perception?
Shit.
Is it shit?
It's -1.
Oh, God, so you can't see the crap. All right, I'll do it. Jovis.
But I can
just-
run around with my athletics looking for.
Hang on, Jovis. Let me just do a perception, then you can go track down this person I need to get. Can I do a perception check to see if I can notice like the biggest, buffest sort of people?
Sure.
Alright.
What's he trying to do?
I'm trying to look for muscle.
He's headhunting.
I'm
Oh,
hiring.
shit.
Can you give me a letter with your seal?
Yeah, I
of,
don't see
like,
shit.
Yeah.
Jovis,
approval and stuff.
Jovis, my
because
eyes
people
feel
know
funny.
your
Could you
names.
check if you could see anybody?
The best you can tell is everybody is just like either a human or like an
Dead.
orc.
Ooh.
Okay, what are you looking for?
He's looking if he could pick out like the big burly guys.
Yeah, you look around, and obviously all of them are bigger than you, but you notice this one sort of big, hefty guy who's like
Oh,
working.
did Rory get outside?
He's like wearing sort of like leather sort of no, what would it be? Kind of like like a sleeveless jacket that kind of goes over his like shirt and everything, and his muscles are just fucking huge, and he starts walking into the steel mill essentially. So that's obviously that's obviously where
What's
he
your
works.
family name, James? Sirloin?
My family name.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun, isn't it?
Bordeaux.
Berber. Berber.
God, it's not that hard to say.
Of course it is.
Barbara.
You said you wrote it down.
Barbara. I did, but it's oh shit! I deleted my character.
Bubara. As in Bubara?
Barbara.
Did you really delete your character?
Well, I was deleting the writing, but I deleted the character too.
Fuck's sake.
Alright, so I run up to this big bloke.
Barbara.
Barbara.
I'll be like, hello, sir. Sirloin of the Bubara family is
Of
looking
Godzilla.
He's a big bastard. Our party is looking for. I don't know what was we looking for, James. Whatever message you sent me off to give.
I'm sort of trying to follow them, but I guess because you wanted to use your agility roll to catch up to them.
Oh yeah, go on then.
Yeah, that was the point. That's why I thought you wanted to do it.
Okay. So what are you doing?
Tracks. Chasing up after this bloke before he.
Yeah, he's not running. He's just walking in with the rest of the crowd because there's like a big group of people. Because they're all like going to work now that it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, you catch up to him and like grab him by the like hand as it like dangles down, and you feel how like strong his hand is, and literally it's pretty much as strong as your arm.
Well, I stall him and mention that our party, James's character in particular, is looking for his service until Sirloin can catch up.
As he finally turns around, you see that he's actually a half troll. And
Excellent.
he's just like, what?
What is your name, half troll?
Graham.
Graham.
Hmm.
Do you get paid well here, Graham?
It's a living, I guess.
Graham, how much do you get paid here?
60 gold a month.
60 gold a month.
Yes.
How would you like that for one job?
That's just
What type of job?
intriguing. Go on.
Tomorrow we're doing an expedition towards the crater to do a little mission of ours. Would you be able to assist us as muscle? A
Well,
bodyguard, so to speak.
obviously I can tell that you noticed my my stature.
I noticed you, noticing me, noticing you. Are you in?
And I have to say, it's never been an ambition of mine to be hired muscle. It's just kind of part of working
Well,
here that
Graham-
I've gained that sort of, you know.
Well, Graham, I guess we could find someone else if you're not up for it.
Well, you have to convince me as to why you think risking my life would be enough for 60 gold.
Persuade him.
If I can make 60 gold in a month and die,
Graham, are you a religious man?
Hey, this is my my persuade roll.
yeah, he's like,
You don't seem very intelligent.
did you just say you don't seem very intelligent?
No, he doesn't seem very intelligent.
Alright. Okay. Big mistake. Yeah, he turns to you and he's just like, I'd rather keep my life than I would the gold. I'm a modest man and I don't really have to worry about living. But if I go there, if you've seen some of the people I've seen come back from that, you wouldn't want to go either.
Can I chip in that it's for the greater good?
Greater
The
good.
greater good.
Oh yeah, the
Under
good
some
old
light.
cheese cultists.
Yeah.
What was that one for?
Nothing. I was going to roll intimidate.
You were going to try and intimidate him.
I was going to, but
After
I didn't
seeing
I
the
didn't
roll.
actually say anything. So
Okay,
No,
yeah.
you rolled for it, so you have to do it now.
that's not
No,
true,
no.
actually.
Yes, it is.
If
Otherwise,
he
otherwise
stated-
you'd say,
If he stated that's what he was doing and rolled it, that would be, you know, what would be the case.
okay, so we'd have to roll it again if he stated he was doing it.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it though. I've changed my mind. I'm going to go
Graham,
away.
think of the bigger picture here.
Is that a
Thanks.
religion check by chance?
Yeah. What? Wait, what is the god here?
Well, he's a
Actually,
half
I
troll.
do an RP saying, but
it's a bit of a mixture, really. Obviously, the people of like James's race, they picture themselves as descendants of the gods who are like dragons, the ones that brought justice to the world with flame and reduced it to you know, rubble.
what about the orcs gods?
For the rest, it tends to be the god of light. So it's like this
The god of cinder.
less of cinder and more of
the
just
traitor.
radiance. Essentially, he it's an entity.
The god
with,
of wax.
it
Now
has
bring us candlelight.
it has no like gender or like definitive sort of features, but is just a androgynous person who emits light. Essentially, is how they're normally depicted.
Right, I got this. So this crater has been a blight on this land that has cursed it for many years of darkness and acid rain. So
I
me
love
and my,
that.
me
Oh,
and my
that's trademark.
companion are here on the journey of light.
James Gray.
He's descendant from the Dragonborn, and we need help of someone with local knowledge to investigate these occurrences. I don't know. Customers ever.
Why did I look up half troll and get a picture of a bullfrog having sex with an anime girl?
Because it looks
You're
at your search
searching,
history.
We saw you like this. We reckon you would like this.
So did that work with this half troll, or do I have to go talk to some other plebs in this area? See if there's some
Yeah.
cheap muscle.
Persuasion on top of my religion.
You can do. Your religion gave you kind of like a knowledge of like what he could have been potentially interested in. Your persuasion would be to like see if it actually convinces him or not.
Go on then. Better than fuck all. I tried, James. Nope.
He just goes, "I'm not actually a religious man. I am more of a man of the science. Hence why I work at this steel mill working with the machines.
What? Still?
With the monk.
Fuck's sake.
That's just a really bad still.
But yeah, what do you want to do then? Obviously,
Well, carry on, Gary, or whatever your name was.
it's Garen, but okay. And he just walks away.
Can I try and intimidate him
Okay, he's walking
With-
away. So what do you want to do to try and
with my
intimidate him?
pluck? Well, I shout after him, basically calling him that version of a chicken. In his race.
Nobody calls me chicken.
Yellow. Don't worry, we don't need someone as weak as him on our side then. My intimidation is only plus.
So it's
Go on
not
then.
intimidate, it's you're rolling sass.
Yeah, basically.
Would it be a persuade then?
No, it wouldn't be persuade. It probably
In
would
the
be
terms
intimidate.
that
Okay.
I bet him and try and bully him that even me as a small dwarf has more
Balls than he does,
manliness than he does.
because that's all that Dale is a ball of manliness.
Shit!
Let me have a look.
I was hoping he'd like my pluck.
He turns around, hits you, and you
Throw
go
me
from
into this.
like half the size of what you are now.
He goes, yeah, right.
Athletics, run away!
Wow.
That worked.
Instantly
That's
runs
great.
away.
And Dale went wee, 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 all the way home.
He turns and looks at me, and I'm just like,
It's just a cloud of smoke. I sigh and just put my head in my hands, and then roll a perception to see if I see anyone else that maybe will just like desperate people. That's what I'm looking for. Desperate people.
Yeah, you see some like people who are a bit down on their luck and pretty much hate their job. They're like pretty well built because they're still working at a steel mill, but they're not like as buff as Graham.
I walk over to one, or maybe like a group. I don't know if they're in like a group talking or something.
No, it's mainly just like them all kind of like trudging in as they're like
All right.
getting ready for work.
I'll talk to one.
Okay. You walk up to one and like obviously grab his attention, and he's just like, "Huh? What? Hello? Oh,
You
goodness.
there.
Hello, Paladin. Sorry about my informalities.
Hi, that's fine. Would you be interested in a job?
Of what
This is
kind?
a one-off. Mainly, I need you and potentially a few of your friends to accomplish my party and I on a quest to the crater for a special mission.
What do you? What's the pay? I guess.
Well, what are you getting paid here?
60 gold a month.
Damn it, it's the same. Shit. Well, I can offer you that to yourself, or if you want any, or if you bring any of your friends along to help, it'll be shared between the 3 or 2 of you, or however many you bring.
Wow.
I can offer you that.
Okay. Will we be protected on our way?
Of course, but you will also be helping in that protection. We have a few members of our party that will greatly appreciate that.
Sure, I guess. Will we be working for that mad Simon Wright? I've read some of his books. He sounds insane.
Simon Wright will be present, but I can assure you it will be I that you will answer to, not the crazy one.
Well, I guess it's pretty hard to say no to that sort of offer.
Excellent. Well, meet at the main gate tomorrow, and you'll get half the payment before and half when you return.
Oh, okay. I'll meet you there.
Deal's a deal. Now remember, the many you bring with you will be how many you have to split the 60 with.
Surely you
okay.
don't want him to like only bring himself for the maximum cut.
Hey, that's fine if you want to do that. I don't give a shit. But it'd be his funeral if he come across like a big band of people on our way.
Also, could be yours.
Meh.
Push him to the band of people.
I got money to blow. I want to see how this plays out.
Yeah, he wanders off and then starts like nudging one of his mates, and they kind of like start, whispering about it, like 60 gold and yeah. So
Excellent. Job done. Pretty much all I want to do today.
Okay.
So how did it go, Sirloin?
Jovis, potentially one, potentially two of these guys or more, I don't know, will be accompanying us tomorrow to head to the crater.
Excellent. What time of day does it look like?
Gosh,
it's probably
Jovis,
about
it
like
looks
8
about
o'clock now.
looks about 8 o'clock, Jovis.
Are you still one day away from your show, aren't you?
Yeah, I have to go in tomorrow.
I'm cruel.
Cruel, cruel.
Okay, while I'm in the market, I guess is there any sort of potion store or anything?
Yeah, there is one potion store that like
Okay.
it's really intricately displayed.
Okay. Well, I'll head there if anyone wants to take their shitty turn. Fucking pleb. While I'm in the potion store.
Jesus, that was aggressive.
Yeah, it was, but you get used to this character.
Okay, so what does anybody else want to do then?
I've just sent something to you, Max.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it didn't show up or anything.
Sorry.
Okay, can I do that then?
Damn, I sent
sure.
it to the wrong person.
Doing it discreetly, of course.
Mhm.
So I'd like to enter the bank if possible,
Okay.
and say to they're goblins, aren't they?
Mhm.
I'd like to say, put my hands on the counter and say I'd like to enter my vault, please.
It's the same guy from last time, and he's just like, of course. Let me just get the keys and everything, and he like gets off his like desk and everything, and comes round to you and starts taking you to the vault.
Cool.
And yeah, he
That's revolting.
it takes a little bit of time, but eventually you guys reach the vault and he opens it up, same as last time. And yeah, there is all the gold that you have like staved up.
I would like to just grab a bag and just take that with me.
Sure. He's just
How
like,
much would be in there?
another 1,000 gold. Okay.
Wait, is JJ rich as well?
Oh no. He disguised himself as me.
I can't
Please
do that.
nick my money.
You're too tall. If I tried to disguise myself for you, I'd have like feet.
But he said another 1,000 gold. I'm not the only one that's took out 1,000. If I go to my bank and find out it's missing, I'm killing the bank, remember?
Yeah, but you don't know how much is there. You can't
Yes, I
really
do.
count it.
Yes, I do. I know how much is in my
Well,
bank.
9K.
I've jotted it down.
And you're gonna go count it.
Of course. At some
Every time
point,
you do
I'll
that.
go into the bank and ask for like to deposit money because I was planning on doing so. I don't want to take 700 with me on this journey.
Yeah.
So if I find out that there's some fucking missing, I'm destroying the bank.
I guess I was going to say that doesn't seem very lawful, but
Hey, or at least try and track down who stole my shit.
Man's word is their law.
I don't think anyone will want to steal from you, frankly.
I reckon I could.
Anyway.
Yeah, go on.
Carry on, buddy.
Yeah, so I'd like to just leave the bank and say thank you for letting me access my personal vault.
yes, of course. Come back anytime.
Yep.
Mr. Loin.
So yeah. What would anybody else like to do?
I would like to go to the library.
No.
What?
No, it's fine. Sure. What are you looking for?
A book of strength.
A book of strength or a potion of strength?
A book on a potion.
Yes, book on strength.
Potion of the Book of Strength.
A book on the potion of strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're in the library looking for a book on strength. Is that what I'm getting from this?
Roll
Yeah.
a perception check.
Yeah. Roll perception, because the what's it called? The librarian isn't there.
Ah, of course.
You do not find a book on strength. You find a book on the potion of another book on the potion of strength.
Good job.
Shit.
Wait, what?
What?
My mind hurts. So he's found a book to make a potion that when he drinks it,
No,
he...
no. He found a book to find a book about a potion of strength.
Oh, it's not that hard. Follow along.
Yeah, it was mainly a book that was written by someone who thought that the book that was written on the potion of strength wasn't really well written about it.
Oh.
But
So
it
it's a
doesn't go
second
on to
edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, by a different writer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which fails to mention how and anything to do with
Oh yeah,
strength.
it's mainly just like essentially someone complaining that the book wasn't good enough.
Hang on. Yeah.
Can I play cards with James as well? I realise I was playing cards.
Oh God. You can try.
Jay, Sirloin,
Yes, Jervis.
would you like to play cards?
Yeah, no, I don't. But just this once, Jervis.
Yay! I just realised we stood around in the market, just nothing.
Yeah, I was about to walk in a store and then you tapped me on the shoulder and said, "You want to play some cards?" It's like,
Steam's got rid of Steam Greenlight.
Oh,
that's
cool.
nice.
That's one way to get rid of a problem. Completely remove it.
No, anyone can upload games to Steam.
What?
Yeah.
But that's
Oh,
worse
shit.
than what we wanted.
That means we can upload our game now.
Wait, Greenlight is what?
It's
Like-
essentially like the precursor to like when games get released on Steam.
It was like early access.
Yeah, but I thought like all the Greenlight games have already been greenlit, say, and then you just pick one
No,
upvote to get them more size.
no, because
No,
essentially
to
it's
get
like
them on the store.
yeah,
So the ones that didn't win or just don't get to the store at all.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. All right, I'll play cards with you. Jervis,
Alright.
but you challenged me the cards. Come on.
Oh yeah, sorry, you went quiet. No. 21 then.
Dreaming of a white
Okay.
Christmas.
I do 2 cards face up for you, 1 card face up for me, 1 card face down. Because
Do I have to do
it's
rolls
just
to
a
see if
two.
I do this?
Huh?
Would it be? You'd probably be doing sleight of hand.
1 second,
This-
because I can actually make these.
do I
Ah.
actually have to get cards?
Look, cards.
I have 1 face up, 1 face down. Like essentially, I'm a dealer.
I can draw cards too.
Okay. So,
Okay.
how many cards? Is it 2?
And he
Oh
gets
shit! I got one. Can you see the ones that I pick?
Oh, you pick cards.
If I do that, does everyone see that?
What, the 3 of clubs?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll delete that one. All right.
Wait,
What do
how-
you want to
how
do
many
with these
cards are
2
we doing?
cards? He said there was 2.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Jovis, are you fully awake here? I got these 2 cards.
Why's Rory got a card? He's not even anywhere near them.
I don't know.
Yay!
Well, I want to do one at a time for me, so go face down. Alright, my other one's face down. It's kind of like blackjack.
They are confused here. What do you want from me?
Well, then we bet whether who's closer to 21. But you get to see both your cards, you get to see mine. Like, one of mine.
Why is there no cards on you?
I don't know, Max is trying to steal them.
Because you guys aren't doing it properly.
Oh, I haven't done anything yet. You just gave me 2 cards. I was trying to put one down on one of my cards.
Fuck's sake.
How much you been drinking, Dale?
We try and play
6.
cards, but they just get blown away in the wind.
I look at you with disgust and just walk in the potion store.
You just like try and shuffle and they just go.
I got 1 card left and then I play it. Was it this
That was
one?
my 6.
What?
Was it this one, Jovis?
Was this your card?
Jovis, this is why I don't play cards. I rip it up and then walk into the store.
You know, I've had a deja vu about this. Jesus. Alright then. Yeah. Forget cards.
You're one
No,
card
we're not
short
playing
now.
cards anymore, Max. You've ruined.
You
Wait,
ruined
Rory.
it.
What? Oh, wait, he had 2 cards that was out that everyone could see, and I had 1 that was out so you could see, and then you have to bet whether my next card, how close he wants to get to 21.
Well, my character's
Then
lost
one of
interest anyway. I've gone in the potion store.
Gone in the post
know?
office.
That's how you blackjack.
I think Dale's drunk.
Have
So
you not
is
played
there,
blackjack before? Like,
is there
when
any
one person
like
plays dealer?
Yeah.
is there any health potions or strength potions available?
Yeah, you look around and there are like a good few different like types of potions. You can't tell just by looking at them though.
Okay, I'd like to talk to a guy in charge and
Probably
ask him if he has any health potions for sale.
Well, hello, my strapping young dragonborn.
Hello there.
He's coming on to you. Quick, get out of that.
What are you looking for? I have to.
It'd be potions to restore health.
Potions to restore health, you say? Well,
Yes.
of course we've got some of these potions of healing. What
Okay.
measure of healing would you like?
Well, what have you got? Have you got what's your strongest to weakest, and price range accordingly?
1 second then. His normal potion, his common potion of healing, is like 5 gold each.
How much do they restore, or do I have to do an insight or investigation or whatever?
They restore 2d4 plus 5, plus 2, sorry, of health.
Well, they're fine. That's good enough. I'd like to take 5 of them.
Okay. He takes the what would that be? So it's 5 gold each. So yeah, like 25.
Yeah, so that's 25 gold.
Mhm.
Guys, who out of you is based on dex and who's based on strength for rolls?
I've got +4 dex.
So you're a dexer.
I'm a dexer.
I've also got +4 strength.
Which one is your weapon? Is yours a dex weapon or a strength weapon?
It's your dick's weapon.
How do you find that out?
Because it will tell you. It will say
Yeah,
whether
I'll
it
just
uses your strength bonus or your dex bonus.
Where?
Right next to like its what's it called? Like your plus for whatever you roll
Yeah,
for.
but his strength
It
and
doesn't
dex
for
are the
mine.
same. So
Are they?
yeah.
God knows then. Actually, let me have a look to see what weapon do you have?
Unarmed, quarterstaff, and crossbow.
Yeah, but what one are you currently wielding?
I don't know.
None,
Whatever's
because
needed.
he's in a bedroom. 1 second, let me
I
have a
find
look.
it a bit weird if he suddenly just like
holding out his quarter.
Because are you a monk? Yeah, you're a monk. So you would be using your what would that be?
Martial weapon.
I think that's your
What stuff?
dexterity.
Stuff?
Dexterity.
All right, a dex potion, Max. Does that mean it increased the dex for that battle?
I will have a look. It says
No.
Oh, there isn't actually a potion of dexterity.
Oh no.
Never mind.
What about potion of strength?
There is fire giant strength or frost giant strength. Or stone
Okay.
giant strength. 1 second.
I inquire what either one of them does.
The hill giant makes your strength 21.
Okay.
Where does it say that the longevity of it? Oh, for an hour.
Okay.
Okay.
And what does the other one do?
So that was hill. Frost
Hill.
slash stone is 23. Fire giant is 25. Cloud giant is 27, and storm giant is 29.
What are the storm? How much they cost?
Storm.
Yeah.
That is like 1,000 gold.
Okay, now that kind of sets the range we're going with here. What was the sort of the mid-range one? I think you said like 23.
Oh, 23 was frost slash stone, and that's about 100 gold.
Okay, what was the cheapest one?
The cheapest one was 50 gold for hill giant.
No, I can't be asked with these potions. Alright, I'll just walk out with my 5 common potions of healing.
Okay.
And obviously pay for them.
Oh wait, potion of speed. You gain the effect of haste. Oh, it's not fucking dexterity then, is it? Huh.
Nope, that's all I'm really interested in. Unless, is there any sort of mana restore potions, like to give JJ an extra spell?
Oh god, what was that?
Or anyone that uses magic?
Let me have a look. Vitality, slipperiness, climbing, animal friendship, great growth, poison resistance, water, elixir of health. Nope, there isn't any. There isn't anything to gain extra. What's it called? Spells.
Okay. Is there any sort of antidotes, like for like stats effects, like poison or anything like that? Antidote?
There's a potion of poison.
Potion of poison.
Yeah.
So that would poison them instead of make them better.
There is a potion of resistance, and they come in all the different varieties of acid, cold, fire,
Okay.
force.
Would resistant just make you completely resistant of it, or would it also, if you're already affected, heal you? Or is it literally just resistance?
It does it. You have to do it before. When you drink this potion, you gain resistance to one type of damage for an hour.
Fuck it. We don't give a shit. Right, I'll do it. I'll walk out.
Okay. Are you sure you wouldn't want it for radiant damage?
Radiant damage.
No, I guess you won't want it then. It's fine.
No, I don't want to.
I don't care. He's got loads of money. Just spend it on everything. Just find a shop and take all the potions.
No, alright, I'm
Why
done
don't you bring
spending...
me along? I'll own the shop in 5 seconds. By
I'm
going,
done
"Look at
spending
the
my money."
cups."
I'm gonna head to the bank to deposit a bit of money.
Okay.
I just finished my game of solitaire, so
Someone else can do their do.
I would like to see if there's like can you find like magical artifact shops, like a pawn shop or something?
There is a pawn shop, but not a pawn shop.
Kinky.
No, there is a place that kind of is
Magical tomes and how to use them.
Secondhand wares.
yeah. There's essentially like a
Charity shop.
kind of. It's more like where they find artifacts that aren't exactly more like for like show. They're more the artifacts that are kind of like been plundered long before the museum sprung up.
Okay. Do I have to roll perception to see where that is, or?
Yeah, just roll perception to see if you can find it at least.
Rolls a 1, walks into a lamppost, dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love rolling lamppost.
You find it pretty easily actually, because it uses like steam sort of steampunk sort of technology to like make a more like appealing sort of sign. It's all flashy and like pumping up and down and bellowing out like steam. So yeah, you walk into the shop and you see kind of like a guy with crazy like white hair standing on end, goggles on his face.
Okay. Hello, good sir. I was wondering if you have many good artifacts that you're willing to sell.
Of course, of course. Look at all our wares. Look, it's everywhere.
What? Any good ones you could recommend, sir?
Of course. Look at this little contraption, and he opens it up, and it kind of like springs out with like the jester thing, and it's just a box that has like a Jack in the Box thing.
I just got a picture of him just
Benetton.
Just like my cat's just like looking over like, what is this magical thing? Just for fuck's sake.
But yeah, he like throws that off to the side, and he's just like, "But no, you don't have time for that. What about this?" And like picks up this it's like a weird sort of cylinder with like handlebars on one end, and he like presses a button, it just starts shaking like really fast, and he's just like, "Yes, this one is really good," and then like presses the button and it stops again, and like some things fall off shelves.
Okay, I would like to use my final spell today and use Detect Magic, where for 10 minutes within a 30-foot radius I can detect magic. And I want to see if there's anything that is actually proper magic, not this flimsy bullshit magic. I mean, what?
I know nothing, Jon Snow.
Thank you, Ashley.
I know not of what you speak.
So, will I just do cast spell attack as usual?
Yeah. Okay, you set it off,
mediocre rolls.
and yeah, like everything in this room has like a weird sort of tingle to it. Like it's almost as if it has like magic to it, but obviously you can't be sure because nothing radiates any sort of particular magical essence that you're familiar with.
Okay, can I have a look around to see if there's anything that looks like I could use as sort of like a light armor?
Roll investigation.
Fucking investigation. That's a what?
Infestation, yes.
Infestation. Oh shit! I got crabs again.
What?
Oh yay!
Not to mention for using that public bed in the museum.
That child gave it me again.
Yeah.
One
He was
second.
asleep in that bed before me.
Let me have a look.
I mean, no, I didn't kick an orphan out of its bed so I could sleep.
Yes, you did.
Biscuit out of mouth.
What did you roll? You got a 17. Yeah. Let me see if I can find it. Armor. Yeah, you find like this weird sort of it's like this really thin meshed like armor. It almost looks like fabric from what you can see, and
Okay.
like when you run your fingers across it, like you can feel the sort of like grains in it, and yeah, you kind of like pick it up and kind of give it a pull, and it feels like it withstands like a lot of pressure.
Okay, can I ask how much it is, good sir?
No, you cannot.
He's just like, yes, of course. That's. Let me have a look, and you can see that he's like trying to come up with it on the spot, and he's just like, 20 gold.
I hand over 25.
And he takes it, and he's just like, yes, yes, thanks. And he just like puts it behind the shelf, and he's just like, just look around some more if you're going to spend like that.
Oh shit! It's not even his money. Oh shit!
It is my money.
Well, now it
no
is.
one believes it's my money.
Well, you private messaged Max, and then you got 1,000 gold from your bank.
Yeah, my bank, my fault.
What do
The
you mean
second
you
time.
private messaged me?
What? I didn't say anything. Metagaming. Blah 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 blah.
I'd like to see if there's anything that could be used as sort of like a little blade, like the weapons. So
Okay.
like daggers and shite.
Roll another perception for me.
Oh, I love perception.
Sorry, investigation.
Oh, I don't like that so much. Oh, I love investigation.
Oh,
Do you?
okay.
Why didn't you marry it?
I could if I
Um,
would. If I would, I could. And what?
So,
If I could, I would. I had it right the first time.
who the hell is making that noise? So yeah, you look around and you're just like trying to find something that like could potentially be useful, and you stumble upon this small little item that like looks only like a hilt at first. Like it has like a small handle and like a button on it, and you're like trying to figure out what it is.
Lightsaber!
And when you press it, a beam of light in the shape of a blade comes out.
I ruined it!
I fucking immediately asked how much.
And he sees it, and his eyes go wide as if he's never seen it before. And he's just like, 100 gold.
Can I try and persuade him to do it? I want to try and persuade.
Come on, who's banging their fucking spoon in their cup, honestly?
I think that might be James.
No, it's not me.
I think that
Fuck's
might be
sake,
JJ.
Dale.
It's not me. I'm sat back in my bed.
Oh, God. So,
Fuck's
yeah.
sake, Max, blaming on other people.
JJ, check the damage.
Himself, he got milk.
No,
and it's
I am fucking getting this shit.
Is it your tea?
And yeah,
My
he's
eyes
just
are,
like,
glossed over. I've seen the awesomeness. I'm not giving a shit.
he's just like, 85. 85.
I hand over 85.
And he takes it, and he just like feels the weight in his hand, and he's just like never seen this much gold in his life.
I immediately leave.
You walk outside, and you click back the like blade as it recedes, and it goes.
I mean, sorry, no squeeze.
God, what damage did that thing do, JJ?
I don't know. I would like to find out damage if possible.
Okay.
Infinite.
1d2.
You after looking at it like so intensely, you realize that even though like from the actual fact that it's not a blade, like you've never seen something like this before, you felt the heat emanate off it, and how like when you kind of swung it around, it kind of grazed some of the wood easily, and you find that it does 1d10 of radiant damage.
Oh yeah. Of radiant.
Yeah.
Okay. What type of weapon? So if I get
It's a finesse weapon.
Oh, so it would apply for my dex then.
Yeah.
So I'd get proficiency as well.
Mhm.
What type of sword is it?
It's a light sword.
Okay, light sword. Thank you.
That's right. It says laser, but I think the idea of it being light is better. Even though we've already established that it's plasma.
Yeah. Any idea of the reach?
The reach?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just 5 feet.
Slash.
It's melee range. It's not anything special.
What colour is it?
It's just a radiant white.
Ooh,
Actually, no, it'd probably be
that's cool.
like more of like a
Purple.
Purple.
yeah, a mixture of like purple, considering it would probably be using neon, wouldn't it? I can't remember what was the plasma that they used in.
Argon.
Was it argon?
But if you go more by law, it would JJB.
But what if they haven't gone?
Well,
It's a shame you didn't
Argon.
find the lightsaber, because the lightsaber does 3d8 force damage.
Oh, there. Oh, I found a light
just
sword.
found a light sword. But
Wait, so then that would be more like the sword from like Kirito from SAO then.
No idea.
Hmm.
Don't know. Don't watch Sword Art Online.
Ah.
you
Okay.
should.
Anyway,
It's shit.
I would now just while everyone's doing this shit, I would like to see if I can find a brothel.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to the bank to deposit some money.
Okay. Totally not from metagaming reasons.
No, I was going to deposit my leftover anyway because I was finished spending.
Oh yeah, you were, weren't you? Yeah. Okay. So you walk into it, and he's just like, twice in one day.
Fucking knew it. Sorry?
You were here earlier.
No, I
Take it.
wasn't.
I don't want to argue with you, but you were. You came to withdraw some money. Another 1,000 gold. I was surprised.
Goblin,
that you...
if you are lying to me now, this will be your head.
Of course,
I
would
promise you,
never,
I was
sir.
not here.
Well,
I've
someone
just
of identical armor and skin tone as you. Scale tone, I'm sorry, sir.
I ignore him and go talk to the higher up.
The old one from the last time Ashley was here, he comes over and he's just like, yes, sir, what is the problem?
One of your goblins is lying to me, saying that I have coming here before today, but this is my first visit today. Mentioning something about another 1,000 gold being withdrawn. I've only come here to deposit. Yesterday I withdrew 1,000, today I've not.
So,
Explain yourself.
I promise you, the only time people would be able to sneak their way in here is if they were able to magically conceal themselves somehow. And even then, we tend to keep a tight grip on our magical systems here.
I want to check my vault.
Of course. Follow me, and he takes you down to your vault and opens it up, and you notice another bag's gone. See, sir, everything where it was the last time you were here.
No, there is one bag missing.
Well, you came in earlier today.
I did not. This was an imposter.
Sir, I doubt there would be anybody that powerful to be able to get past our systems with a mere illusionary magic.
Would you like me to go to the higher-ups of the town to show that the leader of this bank is lying to a dragonborn?
Of course not, sir. Serena would understand all the systems. She helped put them in place.
And understand me now
That's a
that
beautiful
I
gift.
did not come in this morning.
I'm astounded, sir, that someone would have the skill to be able to get past our systems.
What are you going to do about this?
Well, sir, we can easily refund you that 1,000 gold.
I expect nothing less.
Of course, sir, of course. Any sort of claim that was not made by you, stolen, sir, unspeakable, should be replaced instantly.
Then I should see it as such. replace the 1,000, and I'd also like to deposit 650 from me currently.
Of course, sir. Of course. He takes like the pouch of money that you give him, and then instantly starts to like write down the number of like getting you the money back from like whatever people like required loans and haven't paid them back and so on.
Okay.
Can I interject whilst I'm there?
I walk out into distress, but
I'm
yeah,
pretty-
Javis, do we want?
I just suggest, James, maybe you come up with a thing that isn't just your appearance and like.
What you cut out? Sorry.
I as I'm there, I followed you.
Mhm.
Can I interject that?
I don't think you would probably be as far down into the vault, but this would probably be
Oh,
while
true.
he's
Yeah,
walking back out.
we were discussing that back down to the vault.
This
Oh,
would-
okay. Then in which case I wouldn't have heard the last bit of what he was saying.
So, why? What did you want to discuss with him? Like,
I would just suggest coming up with like a signature-esque thing that no one would be able to rip off. Like a secret marking.
do you two discuss this when he comes back out? Like, are you furious the fact that someone had even had the
Yeah,
gall
Javis
to
can
try
notice that I've come up and completely furious, and I explain to him what's just happened. and then he's
dragging
just
your
like,
sword across the like marble floor of the
Yeah, and each gold, I was gonna say, and each gold the coin purse that you put down, just mark a specific marking.
I like the suggestion and mention it to the leader and write down a secret sign
Mhm.
that only I would know,
Mhm.
or the family.
Mhm.
I guess the family will know this because it's something that they become with, and say anyone that comes without this does not get the proceeds with the transaction.
the man.
And I'll send you that in a moment, Max.
You should do it in a language as well, so
Yeah, it's in okay,
Draconic.
yeah, it's a passcode in the word in
Draconic.
Draconic. Draconic. Yeah, DRACON. Draconic. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's just like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm so sorry about this. I'm so sorry. Like flustered, like tapping his head with his like handkerchief and then putting it back in his pocket. So, what do the rest of you do then?
I got pins and needles in my foot. Ah! Oh, it's gone numb.
Love that. Well done.
Well played, JJ. I don't lose out. You gain money.
What
Fair
are you
play.
talking about? It wasn't me. It was someone who looks.
Of course
exactly
not.
like
Of course
you,
not.
Including armor.
It's someone who looks like you.
Oh my god. Fucking.
It's a word, wasn't it? Not a sign. It was Hard Hitler.
Charlie's so quickly paint over there.
So yeah, what do the rest of you want to do then?
I want to find that strip club.
What?
That's a strip club.
You're gonna make it Ray. On a totally unrelated note. Roy's instantly.
Roll perception to see if you find the strip club.
We get a drink.
Careful, someone doesn't steal your account while you got.
JJ not only finds one, he makes one.
I found one. No, I found like this shit one.
Let me have a look. What you got? No, yeah, you find one. It's not too hard. It's like pretty much the only brothel here. And I can't remember. I think it was called.
I like broth.
I made broth the other day.
I don't keep saying.
What made me think of it is
it was called the Prince and Witch Brothel.
It's a hell of a thing to come back to.
Where is this?
It's pretty much near where you guys, you guys are.
Okay, cool.
Just in that sort of area.
I'm to spend some good money and some good times here. Anyone up for joining?
well, we don't know where you are.
I know.
When's a Yardomia day?
Yesterday.
I go to the river and just sort of sit on the side, staring into the water.
Talking.
Oh, do you little James, you people have money gone?
I
No,
said
I got it all back.
Offer my condolences.
I got it all back. I'm just
Although,
really
yeah,
pissed.
although we got it all back in an insurance claim.
Oh,
Rich keeping the rich still.
What is the stats on that bit of like fabric I got?
Oh, the stats for that were it's 14 as your base armor class plus your dexterity modifier.
14 plus base armor.
Yep. No, no.
Base
14
dex,
is your base, so it goes from 14 to 14, and then plus whatever dex modifier is.
So 14 plus dex.
Yeah.
So I'm now on 17 armor.
And also you're not hindered by it because it's so lightweight.
Yay! What's it called so I can actually write this down on my items?
I don't want to say its real name.
Just give me a fake then.
Well, maybe if he rolls high enough, he gets the real name.
Just give me a name, just literally just for like light fabric or something.
Yeah, okay, it's
Enchanted fabric?
Unknown Weave Armor.
Unknown Weave Armor. Thank you.
That's alright.
And then with that, I'm just to have some good times in this strip club.
Waffle.
Shh, same thing. You should come join.
I should. I mean, I just had a rough banking experience, and I want to relieve some steam.
I'm just staring into the river. Where is it?
I asked Jovith if he knows where you can get a fishing rod.
Well, he asked me if
I
I
don't
know
know.
where to get a fishing rod.
Yeah.
I've not been here before.
James, what are you talking about? You got lightning. Just lightning the river and pick up the fish.
That's a great idea.
Would this river have fish?
I was swimming in the river.
There's some like children in the river, and you just get blamed for murdering a load of people.
Yeah,
There's
Dale.
random justice. They should not be polluting the river.
Yeah. You notice that in the river, like just when you're like kind of glancing in on it because you don't know what's going on, you notice there's a fish with like 3 eyes.
Blinky!
Yes. Oh, Rory's died.
Oh, we know. Oh, no, not it. It's.
I blame the fish.
I point it out to Sirloin without
There we
taking my
go.
eyes off of it.
Guys, don't go in the river.
We need to discuss how to capture this fish with no.
Okay, I guess we're timed.
Wait,
So
give me a second. Right, so it's raining, yeah?
Mhm.
Acid. So therefore the river will be what?
Acidic.
Correct.
Was it still
What? No, it's not. That's what's filling the whole valley. That's the only source of water.
yeah,
Therefore, the river's going to be acidic. Therefore, there's going to be no fish.
it might. Well, if it lives here, it must be adapted to
Acid-free
the
fish.
conditions.
Can I use my umbrella to fish out this fish?
You can try.
Woo! What would I roll for that? Dexterity.
Yes, I guess.
It would be like a skillful one. Yeah? Or anything else?
No, I think that's about it.
Alright, 'cause I
Just
don't
whatever
have-
modifiers you get for your dexterity to be quick. You splash it in, but yeah, you don't see any sort of like markings from where it would have been acidic on your umbrella. Like where the rain's left like streak marks from like it burning it away, the water doesn't actually do like anything like that.
So the water should be fine to. Maybe fine to investigate.
If you feel safe enough.
Yeah, like, can I walk in and try again closer?
Sure, like you see like a short little shore area that people probably come down to during the summer.
This fish will be mine.
Is this another dex roll?
Yeah.
Yeah. So from where you like lured it before by splashing it away, it starts
Could
running
be a
down.
disadvantage. Wait, what was he doing? Was it the umbrella? Or was he scaring?
Catching with an umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah, surely I should disadvantage roll.
Wait,
Yeah,
why?
because you can't catch a fish with an umbrella. This is
Oh,
not
no.
the proper tool for it. It's
I've
putting
already
the
scared it.
disadvantage.
No, he catches it this time. Like he splashes it into like the I guess the brim of the umbrella, and kind of catches like pulls it back up, and it's kind of swimming around in the like water that he's caught under like inside the umbrella, as it slowly like leaks away through the like obviously where the contraption moves. Yeah, so you now have like a slowly dehydrating fish in your umbrella.
Wait, what? Wouldn't the metal umbrella be solid like surface?
No,
Yeah, but I think at the top you would still have like a tiny bit of air.
it's like it's sheets of metal
Yeah,
as
they're
opposed to
not-
sheets of fabric.
Oh, I was hoping I could catch it within one of the.
Well, you still caught it.
self-contained sheets.
Yeah,
Find
it's just
a glass bowl, quick.
Whoop! Yeah. All right, I take it back to the inn.
Wait,
He's
you've got a
running.
big glass in
he's
your hand.
running back with this umbrella and a fish.
Yeah.
Agility roll.
With
Oh, you
disadvantage
said
because
there was
Carrie
lots of
can.
fish
No,
back in the river.
roll athletics to see if you can run
Yeah.
there fast enough.
So +5. Do. Oh,
No. By the time you get back,
I've got +6 on athletics. Can I
It's-
carry it for him?
no.
No.
Unless you want to assist him by picking him up while he's holding it.
do it. Strip
Would that
it.
be disadvantage?
No, because you're just carrying him. He's small.
All right, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go.
Hey,
Athletics.
he can.
Crit. Crit fail or crit succeed. I want to see even.
F6. It's 6 for me. Athletics.
Yeah, you like before he like starts to think that it's dying. He like you grab him under your arm and you rush him over to the inn, and you find like a small like sort of like rounded vase for like one of the flowers and tip it
A
on
vase?
the floor. Yeah. So yeah, you empty the vase of the flowers and then you put the small fish inside, as like his eyes, all three of them like blink.
Ah,
Wait, the silver fox in with me.
we saved the fish today.
Yay!
After trying to kill it. What? I
Thank
was going to
you.
say, it would have been fine if you left it.
No, we need to investigate it under better conditions. I want to know why it has 3 eyes.
Meanwhile, someone netted Rory's face.
They're kidnapping him.
Oh well, I didn't investigate shit.
Oh no!
You hold him up to like inspect him, and like because he's like struggling so much because he's not used to being confined into such a small space, he knocks the like bowl out of your hand and you drop it and it smashes on the floor, cutting him into death.
Cutting him into the.
Blicky.
I bitch slapped Jovis in a fit of like instant disappointment with him.
Oh, please have to roll for that, considering it's a fit of anger.
Go on, yeah, roll a strength
Is it
check.
strength?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just a regular roll with my strength modifier.
Let's dodge.
No, you get smacked to the floor. Oh,
I critted.
yeah, you definitely get smacked to the floor.
How
1d5.
much damage does that do? Technically doubled because it's a crit.
Shit, yeah.
Oh,
What's this?
You fucking put me in the hospital.
What happened?
You
well,
bitch
he
smacked
killed
him.
that fish, so I slapped him out of frustration, and I critted. So
Did you like smack him into the shards of glass?
Can I do my 1d10 to try and recover some health?
Wait, what does your actual thing do? Like,
wait, how much health did you have,
A
Dale?
well of stamina that you can draw upon to protect yourself from harm. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level, which is 1. Once you use this feature, you must rest. Like, blah, blah, blah.
oh yeah, yeah. Go on then.
That's it.
Wait, how much health do you have, Dale?
15.
Oh, okay. I didn't put you out then.
That would have bitch slapped me to death. I've
That
only
would
got
have
8.
killed me and +1.
So I gained near enough all my health back.
Well,
Yeah.
good, but you have to rest now. Good job you're in.
That's why I thought I'd use it. So So you knock me down, but I get back up, yeah?
You knock me down.
Well, you kind of
Never
rest in that
again.
puddle of your own.
Never gonna keep me down. I get.
I'm surprised. I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to hit him that hard.
You just like fling him through a wall.
Can I square up to him? To his knee?
You need to rest, my friend. You can't be doing shit.
Why'd you do that for, Sirloin?
I thought we
It
were
was
friends.
my friendly fish too.
Jovis, I'd buy Jovis a drink. How much are the drinks again? Like 50 silver, did you say?
Yeah, they were 10 silver.
10 silver. All right, I bought Jovis 2 drinks.
Okay.
He was so young. I think.
Jovis,
Barely knew him. Yeah.
roll a Constitution check for me.
My drink. Or,
What? No.
or after 2 of them.
This is for something else.
It was. Oh wait, is it on the saving throw or not?
Saving throw.
Oh, sorry, +6 then. D26, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's the most modifier I've got.
Oh yeah. You look down at your hands and you see like a scale from Blinky in your hand, and you just pull it out.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, nothing
this?
out of the ordinary.
Ooh.
What's this?
Ooh.
What happened?
Just carry on drinking then, I guess.
There was a scale of that fish in his hand. I guess if he didn't roll so well, then that would have been a issue.
Oh, lucky it wasn't in your hand.
He turns
Stabbed
into
him
a
with it.
fish.
That would have been an interesting storyline.
Tell me about it.
All right, so I bought him 2 drinks, and hopefully he won't be mad at me now.
Jorvis, easy to please.
On the plus side, this whole instant has helped you forget about your money.
Yeah, I
he's
got all my
spending
money
it
back.
really-
As far as I'm concerned, I got my money back.
True.
So yeah, what else
Yeah,
do you
but you
guys
don't know
want
who
to do?
stole
then?
it. Who knows you
Buy
were
me
not?
some dinner and we'll call it the
God, he's gone on a date.
For him, no.
So yeah, what else do you guys want to do then?
For the rest of the day, my character does shit all and just rents the room again and goes off to bed later at night.
Yeah.
No, honestly, could you buy me dinner?
Fuck it, I bought Jovis dinner too.
Okay, so that's like
Yes.
like 60 copper.
I now fully forgive you, and we're good friends.
Can I come running out of the strip club?
Oh,
'cause
shit.
I realised I've forgotten something.
I completely forgot how you can do
How much copper did that cost? Sorry.
60.
Okay.
Oh Jesus! Wait, how much was a sirloin steak last time?
That was like a gold.
Oh, true.
Why is D20 disclosed?
I don't know. My one did as well. That's weird.
Oh no! Then it now wants to allow my mic.
Don't do it.
No, I clicked allow.
Oh,
Oh,
my
no.
God. Do it. Do it.
Don't.
Right. Well, now?
It's all okay.
Uh-oh. How do I mute this mic in this now?
Oh God. Ah, my ears. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Here we go. Some video voice. I want to receive nothing. See, that's what I do.
Voice.
There we go. That's better?
Which is really loud.
Yeah, I don't know why.
There we
No.
go. Mine's not working. Now I've disabled it.
Oh, it's Dale, that's why.
Yeah, I can't find out where.
It's just in the little camera in your Chrome.
Yeah, that's my character sorted for this day.
Oh, up there, Jesus, yeah.
Actually, how much did the room cost
Just
again?
continue blocking. That's what it's set on. Hello? Better?
Max, that night I got myself another sirloin steak. And what? No, I'm saying that.
Oh my! Just don't speak.
I still haven't done anything since the morning.
Well, you can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying what my guy's done.
You will just jump to skip the time skip.
Oh, my ears.
Why? What's wrong with your ears?
It's repeating.
I need to turn off the receiving as well.
And then you need to reconnect to update the settings.
What?
Better?
Yes.
Better.
Snickers.
No one can see my tiny face.
Correct.
No, I'm still pulling out.
Still pulling out. See, I tried to do something to make a video, but no.
Oh, is that what you done when it reset?
Hmm.
I need to get my
because I thought
camera back from your home anyway.
There you go. Oh, for fuck's sake! I just found it.
And now you don't have to.
I didn't want to make it awkward for everyone.
Okay, cool. Yeah, now I'm not.
But yeah, that allows us to have cameras with our chat. All you need to do is set it so that you only pick up the video as opposed to the audio as well.
So you broadcast but don't receive.
Yeah.
No,
I guess.
You receive video but you don't, and only receive video.
Receive and broadcast, and
yeah, but only video. You don't do it to the audio.
Trouble is though, then we're doing our video through a third-party channel and our audio through this.
And
there'd be a delay.
No.
Like guaranteed to be a delay.
That'll be fine.
Oh no, it's almost like I can sync things.
Well, you must have been the person who drove the Titanic then.
Yes. So, now what do we actually want to do? Or now what do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm in the pub all day.
Yeah.
Wait, is it only like midday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long day, man.
I need a short rest after that beatdown.
Yeah, you have to rest because of the incident.
I can't believe you bitch slapped him so hard.
That's the most damage I've done the entire session.
Yeah.
I've not this in the previous one. And it was with the back of my hand.
You will now pimp slap everybody to death.
Correct.
Oh, what?
Could I go and see if I can find a music, an instrument shop?
Yes.
After my rest, I may just venture to.
Jaina versus Jaina
Jorvis
versus Porridge Sirloin.
You're really echoey now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, you wee head lass.
I'm a man. Fuck.
Well, that's me up shit creek.
I want to make some.
Did you find the music store, JJ?
Actually, I want to check if there's any musical instruments in that lovely store from earlier.
Oh, James, you didn't roll the crit dice.
The magic.
What?
The
Oh
crit
yeah.
one.
Yeah, I should have.
Well, I should have because I was the one rolling the damage.
Oh wait, yeah, you got damage and doubled it, didn't you?
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
it by maths, though. We didn't do it by. Cool button that I make.
Oh,
10 damage.
You changed it.
Anyway, so yeah, what are you gonna roll to see if you can find it?
What, the shop from earlier?
No, the oh wait, you going back to there?
Yeah, I want to see if they got any musical instruments in there.
Yeah, sure. Because you know your way back, so you just go back in there. And once
And I
again,
like that man. He's nice. He actually listens to persuasion.
yeah, and
So.
when you walk back in, you see him talking to a person. He's just like, "Fine, if you don't want it, fuck off." And then this person, this poor woman's just walking out with like trying to like hold herself, being like, "What the fuck's just happened?"
Okay, instead of checking for the musical instruments straight away, I go over to the man and ask what's happened.
Oh, it's just some people coming in here and not even willing to pay the money I say. You're a nice bloke. You're the one that actually paid the price I said.
In fact, he paid more.
For one, and the other I paid less.
It balances itself out.
Okay, so if it's just that someone didn't buy anything, okay, I'd like to see if I can notice any instruments on the shelves.
Sure. You look around and there's like the generic sort of like lutes and like for some reason there's just piano keys as opposed to no piano, as opposed to like an actual piano.
I love
Why does
piano
Max
keys.
sound different?
Yeah, he's fucked up his audio.
Who?
Me?
Max.
Oh. I guess you guys can hear me twice, but
No,
I
we
can
can't
only
hear you
you
twice.
once,
It's
but
just
you sound
muffled.
completely different.
I sound muffled.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said
Like someone's got a sock and shoved it so far up your bum it's come out your mouth.
What about now?
Same.
Oh, 1 second. Let me.
It doesn't matter. Just carry. Same.
How about now? Hello?
Sure. Sure.
You're lying to me. I can tell.
Just carry on. Doesn't matter.
It annoys me that you can't hear me properly.
It annoys me too, but continue.
Don't even know why. I didn't change anything. Yeah. So yeah, you look around, you just see piano keys and no actual piano and stuff like that. And then obviously you see like the tiny pianos that children would be playing with, and so on and so forth. Roll
one of them.
a investigation.
That would be that's that one. So.
No, you don't really see any particular instruments that are in good enough shape. Like they're all either like damaged or like weirdly complicated that you don't really know what they would be used for.
Let's just start fucking throw them in there.
So yeah, what do you do then?
I guess if there's none in, I'm actually asking before just walking out. I like this shop anyway. So,
Okay.
do you have any good musical instruments for sale?
He's just
Good
like,
sir.
let me see, and starts like rummaging behind like in this like ward like cupboard in the back of his shop. And yeah, like he brings out like this this like pan flute sort of thing, like plops it on the table. What about this?
Do you have anything else?
Once again goes back into the shop and back into the cupboard and pulls out like a lute, but it's like got a broken string.
Anything else? Money isn't an issue. Just sounds like he's slowly losing.
Start shitting himself. He's trying to think so hard. He forgets to try and.
Let me have a look.
He gets how to breathe.
God damn it!
Yeah.
What's the matter, Jenkins?
Levi!
And yeah, he pulls out this like what looks like a bag at first, but then you realise it's got like pipes attached to it, and it turns out it's a bagpipe.
Yes. How much, good sir?
I will fucking stab a hole in that pipe.
No, it's my bagpipe.
Yes, and soon it's going to be no one's bagpipe because it's going to be.
No.
How
Um,
much? 60 quid.
it's 5 gold.
Because I like him, I'm gonna give him 10.
He
This guy's
takes it and
fucking
he's
gonna
just
have
like,
a heart attack.
he's just like,
I leave,
10 gold.
I'll even say have a good day.
she's like, thank you. sort of thing, and then just like starts counting the gold again.
I'm gonna start heading to the inn.
Okay.
I've had enough fill of my wenches tonight. I want to actually relax with my friends now. I got my dick wet. I mean, what?
God.
I leave the
Wait 1 second.
Shit. What have I done?
roll Constitution.
JJ,
Oh shit, yeah?
you hear a voice in your head.
Oh shit.
I don't like this.
And it says to you, "So finally someone bought me."
Oh shit.
I just stare at the bagpipes, I think.
See,
Is
I've
it you?
been waiting for someone to come pick me up from that back dark room.
You can speak?
Of course I can speak. What are you, stupid?
Yes. A little bit.
What's your name?
Baggy McGee.
I'm Finkhall.
Wait, what?
I'm Finkhall.
Oh god.
Gonna call you Trevor.
What can you do?
What do you mean, what can I do? I'm a fucking bagpipe.
I can do bugger all. Play shit music.
Can you play yourself, or do you still have to require me?
What do you think, smartass?
I don't know, you're the one that's fucking talking.
Yeah? Do you see me lips moving? Fucking no.
I don't see any fucking lip.
Where are your lips?
Tuck your tongue to mine.
Now ask him the good question. Do I have to blow you to make noise come out?
Fine. Do I have to blow you to make noise come out?
Yes.
Kinky.
You have to blow me deep and hard.
How come you're making noise now? Because I'm not blowing you. Oh, logic loop.
Because I'm talking into your fucking head.
Oh shit. Talking into my head. I don't
Right.
like this.
Can it read my thoughts? Because if it can, it may be seeing me contemplating chucking it in the acidic river.
No, I can't read your mind.
Wait a second!
It's gone out the game. It's into the real world. Ah!
Wait a second! It just read his mind saying
It read his
read his mind!
Now,
Okay.
fucking
can't-
stop thinking about throwing me into a river before I have to kill you myself.
I
The most threatening bagpipe I've ever heard.
Oh, he's Scottish, isn't he?
Yeah.
I like this bagpipe.
Oh,
It's
so am
fun.
I. So is Jovis.
We're
It's
a
fucking
kindred
threatening
spirit,
me.
you
I'm
and I.
keeping this.
You're a kindred spirit. I'm both chaotic neutral as well.
Right, I'm just heading to the bar with my new friend.
Oi, da toy, da toy, da toy. I'm Scottish, but I'm Irish.
Right, there's
I'm
only
a
one
sentient
thing I can do.
bagpipe. I don't need to make sense, bitch.
As soon as I'm inside, I want to set up in the corner and just start playing Danny Boy the Pipe.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
Would I have to roll like a
Performance, yeah.
Okay, cool. I like performance. I'm good at performances. Mediocre today.
For fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
when you start to play the song, you end up right.
Oh, yeah.
Can you
Too much.
can you roll a strength check for me?
I don't like this. Strength check, yeah?
Are you playing it or is it playing you?
He's got his fingers up my asshole.
Oh god.
They're not fingers. Oh shit.
You are blown back 15 feet.
What?
Yep.
I take damage?
I don't know. I guess not. You're just flung back from, you know. Yeah, you just get flown back in the bar, in the inn, maybe hit like a table or something.
Okay. It's after I'm hit, I just shout out, "What the fuck?"
What do you think you're doing? You're not a fucking dwarf, are you?
Wait, what?
What?
What do you mean by that? I say to the bagpipes, of course.
Because you're a weirdo. No, you're talking to bagpipes.
Yeah.
No one else
So
can
everyone
hear
else,
it.
they're just-
But yeah, he just says, "Well, if you're a true Scottish dwarf, I'd know, wouldn't I?"
Right, can I just pass? I'll just pick up the bagpipes and take them to my friend Jovis over here.
Okay.
I haven't had any more
He just
drink.
wants, that bagpipe just wants to be blown by a Scottish.
He wants to be blown by a little dude.
How long did that encounter take then? This game time?
What
Do
do
you
you
reckon
mean?
I would add another drink by then?
Probably.
Okay, I'll buy
Roll
myself a
Constitution.
drink. And I'll roll the constitution for that extra drink. Just to see if I go in.
I also bought some dinner. I bought another sirloin, so I think that's another gold gone.
Would it be would it be a saving throw then for constitution or this?
Yeah.
Normal.
Has no one been doing saving throws as opposed to?
No, I've done normal +4, but it's made no difference to me.
Oh right, yeah.
I've been able to handle my drink without.
I
that
haven't needed to do any saving throws yet.
Hmm.
What am I doing? Sorry, I tabbed out for a little bit.
Yeah, you're fine.
+6 Constitution.
Yeah, and defending.
In saving throws, yeah.
Oh yeah, because he's a dwarf.
Okay.
I go to the pub. Where
Okay.
they all were.
Just leaving the librarian by herself with her.
She's probably at work at this point.
Yeah, yeah. All with her
And
kinky
you just
toys.
creepily stayed in that house while she went
What's
to work
this
and then
then?
thought,
Oh,
oh,
no,
might as well
because
leave
you all
now.
carried on without, like, checking up on me.
But yeah. So what?
I left a lot earlier in the day.
Yeah, you probably were wandering around town or something.
I go up to the barkeeper and go, "Have you got 3 cups?"
Here we go.
Fuck's sake. The woman leans in and she's just like giving you that like knowing look at you.
I've heard about you.
No, she just goes, I know your deal. It's not gonna happen.
Can I roll a persuasion on that?
No.
Can I roll
Yeah,
a
you-
persuasion on that?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she almost considers it, but just it's not enough to convince her. She heard tales of a man going around trying to gamble people out of things.
We have to move town, lads.
You could do deception to say no, that wasn't me.
Yeah. Well, no, because she doesn't care who it is. She just won't do it. She doesn't know it was me.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
rumor.
And I do insight.
Yes.
I'll see what her current mood is.
Horny.
No, it's fairly like just average for her. This is just another day, sort of thing. She's just been working behind the bar. Maybe a little bit annoyed the fact that she had to spend most of this morning cleaning. That's about it.
Whoops.
Can I roll a perception check?
Yes, you can roll every check if you want. Okay, what do you want to perceive?
Just everyone, atmosphere and.
Oh yeah, the atmosphere is pretty light. It's like starting to come closer to midday, so
It's the
people
first time
are.
you notice that your party are in here.
Yeah, you see the people around. Like you see your party members at the table. JJ looks a bit hurt from smashing into a table, and
Ow.
Jovis is really annoyed that he can't get drunk enough at one point.
Is this when I get to receive this bagpipe?
Yeah, You see him like being handed over this bagpipe, and then it kind of cuts over to JJ and Dale. So what are you guys doing?
Passing it over to Dale.
Yeah. What was the description of this bagpipe? What is it?
Bagpipe wants someone Scottish.
I'm gonna investigate roll for it. This was 2, wasn't it?
Make a history check, actually.
A history check, yeah, because that's one of the common. Oh, it's the same either.
Yeah. You've heard tales of like a bagpipe from your homelands that there's like been stories about, and most of them are like joking tales of how a talking bagpipe goes around and gets people to play it only for them to befall like a ill-gotten fate of they either die or some are like regarded as heroes who walk the battlefields playing them.
Oh,
Lovely.
what
But
would be
in-
the name of these bagpipes then?
Huh?
What's the name of these?
From what you know, it's called the Pipes of Finghall.
Finkel.
Fionnghnghall. Foinghall or something.
So I'd be, oh, Benetton, is that the pipes of Finhor?
I don't fucking know. It just speaks.
This
And it
is a
hurts.
marvelous piece of music craftsmanship.
Finally, someone who sees me as what I'm worth. You hear in your head. Both of you this time.
Who said that?
It's
Fucking
me, you
pipe.
dumb piece of shite.
Jovis, who are you talking to?
You better watch your tone there, Benetton.
Jovis, I will slap you down again.
What are you starting off with?
He's a
But you're
bit of
talking
a
to
prick,
yourself,
ain't he?
Jovis.
I haven't seen someone as ugly as that since I seen your mother.
Oh.
So you setting up an audio cue? No,
Jovis, who are you talking to?
I think, is this bagpipe talking to me?
No fucking duh.
I ignored Jovis.
I
thinking-
heard the legends,
Well, at least you're good at something.
but not quite like this. Tell me, Mr. Bagpipe, what can you do?
Can I slap Dale? Going,
Sure,
what the
Viz.
you fucking madman? Who the fuck are you talking to?
I don't know. It depends if you're really bothered by the fact that he's talking to himself.
Yes.
Okay.
You please just entered the bar.
He's
Oh,
at the bar, look to the right, seen you yelling at a fucking bagpipes and comes over and slaps you. I think this is quite reasonable.
Can I do it with sleight of hand?
No.
Because I'm gonna slap him with the other hand than what he thinks I'm gonna slap him with.
That's
Can I
deception.
defense roll against this?
Wait, what hand
So
you gonna
both
slap
make
him with?
both make strength checks. No, wait, sorry. Ashley, make a
saving
strength
throw?
check. Jovis, make a strength save.
Awesome. Mine is +5 for the save.
Yeah, he goes to like go for you, but the bagpipes actually hit him in the hand before he even reaches your face.
Hey!
And he says to you, Jovis, "Who's this dumb little shite?"
Can I roll a religion to see if I can
Hear the voice of
How
God?
is-
I don't know.
I said,
take
I look
the
down at the
spirit out of
bagpipe.
the bagpipe.
Huh?
I look at
Perform
May.
an exorcism or whatever it is.
Uh,
Well, you just think I'm just shouting at this thing.
yeah, you don't know if it's magical
It's
or
just moved.
not. No, you don't know that.
Just hit my hand. I just saw it.
And
I tried to play him.
but yeah, Jovis, he starts to say to you, "Play me, do it, blow me."
I open my mouth
Blow me right into his fucking
and
face.
slowly bring the pipe to my mouth.
His wet,
Questioning looks in
succulent
my
lips.
eyes, looking over at Benetton. My
Okay.
mouth. What's going on?
Do you actually start to play him?
Well, I just want to watch what Benetton's response is. What's going on?
Benetton, in crazy eyes, stares at you without blinking and says, "Do it, Jovis."
I grab an arrow from my inventory and stab it into the bag of the bagpipe.
Wait, so Jovis, are you actually playing it?
He's about to. He's pulled it up to his mouth.
Okay. So what's going on?
I'm stabbing the bagpipe bag with an arrow from my backpack.
Okay.
Please stop the music. Literally the worst.
So wait, I was playing it. What did you do?
What do I have to roll for that?
That would probably be like a dexterity.
Dexterity.
Actually, what's your attack for it actually? So it would
What?
be a. Do you have like a knife or anything that you
No,
can?
I'm using a
reference?
crossbow bolt.
Okay. I guess that would just be like a makeshift weapon. So that would be strength. So whatever your strength modifier is, on a d20. Shit.
Was it
Jovis.
12.
Jovis.
Yes.
What's your dexterity?
Like nothing.
Nothing.
What is it? 11
Oh, so you know benefits or anything?
benefits, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So you go to plunge the knife into it, and actually...
Can I roll to move?
Yeah, you can roll your own sort of thing to dodge it. That was its roll to dodge.
With my athletics.
I love the fact that you just instantly tried to stab something with no reasoning as to why.
He's
Let's
about
just
to
go up
play
and slap
I
it,
hate
and got
bagpipes.
knocked back, yeah, and now he's trying to stab me, so I'm gonna move out the way. I'm gonna.
I think he's trying to stab the bagpipes only, but yeah.
Well, he's holding it. Yeah, okay.
Well, you know.
So you just plunge it in, and it gets like a hole, and he's just like, "Ah, you bastard!" Ah!
What, out loud or still in their heads?
It doesn't have a mouth.
In
Oh, okay.
everyone's heads.
In everyone in the bar's heads, so I hear it now, do I?
Yeah.
I go, what the fuck
And
is that?
it instantly starts to like blow air that all comes from the tubes and everything, and everybody is now scared.
Oh, shit.
Do we have to roll a constitution to see if we're scared by it?
Nope.
We're just instantly scared.
Yes.
Well, that's fucking bullshit. Ah, bloody bagpipes! It's my only
no,
weakness.
Maggie, no.
Wait. You don't get to save from being frightened.
Nope.
Yeah, we're all.
But
shit
I
scared.
have an ability against that.
Which is.
Brave. You have advantage on saving throws against being frightened.
Yep, but that would only be if it was conventional means.
What do you mean conventional means?
This isn't conventional means. This is a magic talking bagpipe made by a god.
That's conventional as anything!
To be fair, it just flattered you in the face after you tried to hit me, so that caught you off guard.
I'm trying to find where it
Oh,
is.
okay. So we're all going away. Oh,
Where the
In
fuck is fear?
Is Maggie dead?
I'm eating a
Blinky.
sirloin steak. Some bagpipe just spoke to me and then blew wind at my face and scared the shit out of me and everyone else in the bar. My favourite meal.
Oh, it's a third level spell as well.
What? Oh yeah, everyone's got panic on. Okay, I see what my role here is. Right, let's get panic.
Oh no, okay, so it does say that you it does say that you all get to make a will save.
I will save. Okay, what's that then?
So yeah, Constitution,
Was-
I think.
Constitution.
saving. Okay.
Do I do that as well, or?
Yeah, everyone gets a chance.
I crit failed!
So did I, buddy.
Mine's 7.
If you get your advantage, then you roll it again, don't you?
Yeah, I did. I rolled a 7 and a 3.
Oh, okay. So everybody but Dale, which funny enough makes sense considering he's the only, dwarf.
I crit failed, and so did JJ.
Yeah.
Everybody is flown into a panic, and Dale is just slightly shaken. Everybody just literally feels like they need to run and hide.
Can I stab Ashley
I go to
when he
library.
Stunned?
I run to the library as fast as I can.
I run out to the river
Which
and go
is
to the
here.
bridge, but I guess because I crit fail, and so did JJ, we need a bit more punishment.
Oh yeah, you both did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Both crit failed.
You both take 1d3 of damage.
Oh god.
Okie dokie.
So that is for James. That's for JJ.
I
Go.
got one. Okay, one.
This is literally just from the fact that your brain feels like it was melting
I
from the
almost
like.
got through the day without getting hurt. No, that's bullshit.
Blame Ashley.
I didn't do shit apart from stabbing that
I'm
one
running to the only safe place I know. The strip
Can I roll for
club.
initiative?
But Dale,
Yeah.
you hear the bagpipes in your arms, just like. I just wanted to be played. I wanted people to enjoy my hill music.
Like play him out like this.
Me wound.
You just puck your ass cheeks over the thing and blast as much as you can into it.
And he starts to like disappear in your hand in like a sparkly magic. And he slowly rises to the sky as he returns to the hands of the god.
I look down at my hands with this disintegration just gone. I grab my beer, the last dregs, and stare into it, wondering how the fuck this happened so quickly. And I drink the last
I like
drink.
how Roy was not phased either. He's just in the pub. I mean, he meant to be panicking, but no, he's just sat there staring at Jovis going, well.
What do you mean? He's like hiding behind the bar.
I feel really bad now because that was going to be so cool. It had so many abilities that you could have found really useful, but now it's dead.
Well, you know you can't have nice things around us.
It had mass cure wounds, it had fear, and it had confusion.
No!
But now it's dead.
It doesn't have shit now.
Yeah, I was gonna respond by stabbing back out at Ashley, but he ran to a different island.
Yeah, Ashley's run away. Pretty much all of us have run away.
If I not get to like.
Well,
respond
the tavern's empty now. Not even the like woman who owns it is there anymore.
Yeah, they all panicked. Everybody panicked.
Yeah, they're screaming in the town. The guards are gonna come.
That's what. Oh, really?
That's what she
That's the sort of effect it has on them.
Well, when you hear people screaming through the
They're going to
cities,
C-O-M-E, not C-U-M.
Ah.
If this was a film right now, I'd have this little dramatic mini montage of my character walking over, picking up the bits of broken glass, or looking where Blinky died.
yeah. Well, the thing is, like,
Touch seems to die around me. Solitary tear, just.
I think everything just seems to die around Ashley.
What did I do?
You stabbed
Yeah.
Right, apart from that one little thing, what did I do?
You
tried to
took
slap
my
him.
wench.
She wasn't yours. She never loved you.
Oh god.
I vow vengeance against Vane.
I take damage from that fucking bagpipe.
Underground, overground, wombly wee. But yeah, so the day kind of passes by as everybody starts to try and calm down in the city. The guards come in, see all the like ruckus, and see that you're just like picking up the glass and stuff. Cinematically, it would just be you in like a massive empty tavern, and they're just like standing with their shadows through the doorway, and you're just like, you don't want to know.
Just like crying.
My fish and talking bagpipes.
Wait, did you say the bar woman's gone as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's gone.
Free drinks.
No, you pour the guard a drink and like, you want a drink?
So yeah, the day kind of passes by. Who the fuck is making noise? Sounds like people are pulling out like plastic or something.
That's my constitution on my next load of drinks.
Yep. You manage to find like the harder stuff in the back, and you start to drink it, but it hits you hard.
I'm just drinking my sorrows away for real now. I mean, all the shit happened for the first few days, but now that I've lost potentially 2 magical friends in one evening, in the space of, what was that, 2 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what they were.
I'm
So-
sorry, Dad.
So what do you guys do now?
Well, it's probably going to start raining soon, so I have to get indoors. But I'm not going to that shithole because I'm really
I'm,
not prepared.
I'm just happy that the accent stopped.
Oh, my Scottish one.
So I went to the
That's what
I
you're
went to
calling
the
it.
mid. I went to this place over here,
That,
and
that's just a tavern. There's no like rooms.
oh well, where can I go?
I don't know.
I checked the map.
You check the map. You check the map. You check the map.
It says that there is a place I can go.
Yeah.
Well, the museum had a bed.
Oh god.
I went and slept in the museum.
I poured another drink.
It's only like
Apparently,
6
I'll
in the
get better.
afternoon.
Yeah, well, I'm tired.
Wait a minute. If I just have another drink, I was trying to drink myself to sleep, but
Yeah, you drunk yourself to sleep
okay, yeah.
because you already failed your saving. So
Rory, what are you gonna do? Casually enters the room and sleeps for free. Yeah.
yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna stop you actually.
I fell asleep at the bar.
Yeah, you're like dead fish on the floor.
No, he's clutching it.
Bagpipes like not even there
Just
anymore.
single pipe or shred.
But
Disintegrate, isn't it?
yeah, it just turned into like magic and
That's a
returned to
scary
its
bagpipe.
well, it turned to its like realm because it was like from a god. Dwarven
No,
deity
It
Hansa.
waits 40 years to be summoned finally by the wrong person. It's in my hands for not even half as long, and then gets murdered by Ashley.
Sounds about right.
Welcome
Not
to
getting-
what D&D is like with Ashley.
What did I do?
You stabbed the bagpipe.
Hey, look, I've
Right,
got a
apart
new.
from that minor little thing, what did I do?
You killed a god.
No, it wasn't a god. It was owned by a god. But yeah, what? Like,
Killed a god's
hey, look, I
relic.
just got a new spider. Oh, I want to try and throw it overboard.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Bastard.
That wasn't my fault.
Hey,
Hey,
look,
who was
someone's
it that grew
got
mushrooms on Rory's back?
Jay,
Brad, or was it-
Brad.
JJ,
I took off the mushrooms.
Yeah.
after putting them on there.
I never put them on there.
Oh, hey, look, he's got a pouch on him. Hey, Rory, do you mind just holding him for a second? Was it Rory? No, it was JJ that
JJ
shook
picked
him
me up
free
by
of
the
money.
leg and shook me for my money. Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Twice now, bitch. Twice. Count it. I mean, what?
good times, good
Hey,
times.
I don't know that you've done it this time.
I know you don't.
Also, I don't care because I've got compensation anyway.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. But oh, yeah. So do you guys all sleep then?
I got a plan.
Yeah, I went to El's Palace and slept because I have no idea what's
Go
going
meet
on
the
and I'm
library
feeling a
person
little bit
after
scared.
work.
What?
I go meet the librarian after work.
Yeah, she says like hi to you again, and you start talking about like what books you've read and things like that.
And then you mentioned how you want to use her box of goodies tonight.
No. I have a plan for that.
So yeah, what do you do
Skip
then?
it. I persuade her to let me sleep over again.
Yeah, she happily lets you stay around. She like
Ooh,
jokingly says,
no rolls.
"If you make me breakfast like you did last time, then sure."
Woohoo!
So
That's a done deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're using her ingredients to make food
Yeah.
for her.
yeah, but it's the thought that counts.
Women do like a man who can cook.
That's why they don't like Dale.
I can cook.
Super noodles don't count, Dale.
But his spaghetti. So
Yeah, I like that we got up to this point because next time we play, we might actually be going on that quest.
What, are we ending it now?
Well,
I'm not
potentially.
even in the bed yet.
Is everyone done, or are you still going?
No,
I'm still going.
let's still go.
Off we go then. Good
It's only
sirs.
half midnight.
Well,
Half midnight.
okay.
What?
Half past midnight.
My housemates
Half
want to
zero.
rewatch John Wick.
I want to watch John Wick.
Oh, you mean actual time? Yeah, it's like
But yeah,
Actually, I have work in the morning, but it's okay.
Oh, you should go then.
No, it's
You
fine.
gotta be up
I'll.
at 6.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
'cause you
But...
get home and you'll be ill and tired and not get your work done. Go on.
No, I'll wait.
James.
No, I'll wait. Carry on.
What do you mean you'll wait?
They finish the night. And then...
yeah, essentially, so like time passes, the rain passes and goes, and the sun starts to rise again, and you hear the birds in the morning as they.
Wait,
Tweet
but
and
where did
shit.
JJ sleep? That's the bit here.
No, where?
He goes to his
Mother's house.
he goes back to the brothel.
Oh,
I
is
think
it?
if you look where he's gone.
Yeah, that's totally not where he actually is.
What?
Because they wouldn't let you in, would they?
I just like cast an illusionary boombox playing like 80s music outside.
Oh, what is that? Oh God, I can't even remember what the song is. I wanna know what love is.
Take on me.
I want you to
Take
show
on
me.
Can I do that? I want a night there.
Go on.
Well, you would only be able to do.
No,
It's back!
It turns out he made an illusionary version that got killed.
He didn't do that though. Haha.
You find on the ground random pieces of what looks to be like a bagpipe as it starts to reassemble itself in your hands.
I will stab it again, bitch.
Going back, bitches.
Fuck that tiny little twat.
Wait, so the bagpipe's back now?
No, if only. But yeah, you stand outside and start to play the music as the rain starts to hit you.
Will that be like performance or?
No, just roll your magic to see if you can actually perform it.
Just my magic. Okay. Spell attack is that. So. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Finally.
So you do it extremely well, and she like looks out the window from like her study, and like puts her hand up against it, like all cinematic like, where she's just like, and starts like mouthing the lyrics like, "I wanna know what love is."
And then just stood like that. Stood there like,
And
and
you
away
see-
we go.
and you see the book she's holding, and it's just 50 Shades of Grey.
National Farmer Edition.
But you start to feel the pitter patter of rain on you, and then it also turns into extreme burning, which does 1d6 of damage.
Please let me in.
Yeah.
And
Let
Wow.
me in
Hurry the
before
fuck
I
up.
die.
you take 5 damage.
Done.
It's really, really burning me.
Can you also do a Constitution check?
Oh god. One
saving
second.
Help
throw.
me, it's poisonous.
A Constitution roll or saving throw.
Saving throw.
Help me, you old wench.
That's just the same though. Saving throw and a Constitution
For
modifier.
you it
isn't
might
it?
be, but some
It,
people it's
it
not.
tends to be.
Shit.
Okay. I am going to just roll
And now I've passed out in the rain.
It's just gonna be like, oh, I hear beautiful music. What's that? There's a man shouting outside. Rip JJ.
I like doing what I love.
What the?
Fuck that number.
Okay, so let's have a look at what this is.
I think JJ is fucked.
You take that much damage. Oh, I'm coming back as a ghost.
Yeah, as the rain hits your head, you start to feel a pulsing, and it almost brings a headache forward. And you're like, oh, what the fuck? And you gain something what's known as mass mind.
Wait, what?
This ability can create a subconscious mental link between those it touches. Everyone involved in this link will find their biological and mental rhythms syncing up and may use any psychic power that any of those other possesses, and that power's strength is proportionally increased by the number of individuals so linked. Doubled by a link between two individuals, tripled by a link between three, and etc.
Ah, so we all need to jump out in the rain, is what you're saying?
Yeah. No.
So you say I got a lucky fuck then?
It's pretty much. That could have been really bad.
That could have been.
With just another
Wait,
one.
was there 1,000 options that it could have been?
Yep. And not all of them are good. Some of them are bad.
Got fucking mind powers, you bastard!
This fucking down with the octopus all over again. Right.
On the serious note, though, did he get that in? Because this is going to be a lot of damage otherwise.
I guess considering you rolled a 20, I'm assuming she lets you in.
Yay!
Because if you were in there out for another minute, you would be dead.
Well, I was about to just acrobat over the wall and just try and just like hide
Fucking run!
He acrobats over the wall, but yet now he's closer to the source of the rain, and it does a little bit more damage.
No,
2d12s.
No, you see her like rush to the door and open it wide as her arms are like wide open towards you.
What
I
have you
just thought
done?
and got some parts out.
Is that how fucking easy it is? Bloody hell. She touches you, but some of the residue burns her skin.
Well, she has scales, so she's fine.
Oh wait, so I can just walk out on it. Fucking yes.
But your arm will be fucked now.
But you don't know
I'll
that
take
yet.
it off.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
don't know that.
I don't know that yet.
But
You're just streaking.
yeah, you collapse in her arms, and then obviously she like takes you to her room and like lays you in her bed to rest.
Yeah, I told you I'd get into a room.
But your hair,
Fuck you would do.
also your hair turns white.
Oh, great.
He's old!
It's Gandalf.
You have cancer.
Just
Oh,
don't,
no.
just don't startle me, because you know what happens when I bitch slap someone.
Okay, so yeah, if
What
you
the
guys,
hell happened to your hair?
but yeah,
Stop doing this.
yeah, you guys all like rest for the night and like
Yeah, I went to the museum because that's in my weird panic state. I remember there was a bed there.
Can I get all my health back if it's a long rest?
yeah, it's a long
Oh, yeah,
rest.
definitely.
I've got my 1 health pack. So.
Yay! I'm not fucking almost dead now.
I don't know what love is. Fucking yes.
So yeah, and yeah, the sun comes breaking through the clouds once again in the morning as they like tumble through the country again.
Mr. Dumble!
So what do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna have to call it a night because I need to get up in the morning.
That's actually a good point to leave it if we're just waking up on the day of the expedition.
Well then, that is the end of it for now.
Could
Now
you
check your recording.